afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, for House of Brown Jake Fennel. And I'm Zach Austin, Dylan Harden. We are live here at War Memorial Stadium, about, 14 minutes away from kickoff.
Mm-hmm.
Looks good. So you folks know, we're doing audio only. PBS and AT&T own all rights to all the stations. Go to any of your local PBS channels or I got it. myarpbs.org /watch sports. And for anybody that's out of state, you can try to change your what's that, the VPN, I think, to Little Rock. See if that'll work and let you watch it that way. Let's see here. I've got 14 minutes before kickoff. A couple things before we get going, though. I want to thank our sponsors for the app and the website. Let me get situated real quick. Let the phone load. All right. So the sponsors for the app and the website. Exclusive broadcast advisor. That's First Western Bank, serving our local communities for 110 years. Premier sponsors: 5B Properties, B+ Storage Solutions. See Calvin Bennett for your rental needs. And Community National Bank. Let Brett Cook and the staff take care of your banking needs. The rest of the sponsors for the app and the website: Shelter Insurance, agents Gerald Baker and Austin Baker. S&W Home Center for all your hardware needs. City of Boonville, a good hometown, and Mayor Edgar Baker. Patriot Underground and Taylor Needert. First Boonville, home of First Boonville students and First Boonville kids. Boonville Family Dental. And Stacy Holbert Photo Art. So we'll take a step away to do the anthem and a little bit of other stuff, the prayer. So we'll be right back. You're watching Bearcat Football. And we're back here at War Memorial Stadium. Before we get going with our Tyler Ford pregame show, I want to thank our sponsors for the live stream. Some Tier 1 sponsors. That's going to be Tyler Ford. They've been in the area around 30 years. Go down there and let Elias and the guys take care of you. They got some good deals. They always do some kind of funny videos on Facebook. Check them out. Shelter Insurance, agents Gerald Baker, Austin Baker, and Miss Lori Duke. Let me make sure my papers don't fly away here. Rockline Industries, people who make it right. Airmaster Inc. for all your air conditioning needs. Don's Easy Pay. Let Mandy, Josh, and the gang take care of you. Go down there. Hey, they got some couches, stoves, fridges. Hey, go down there. See them. They can hook you up. Midtown Charm. Some Tier 2 sponsors. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Stop by for all your auto parts needs. Pop and Pup Metalwork. Let JD and Jason go take care of you. They do a good job. They make some good salsa, pickle relish, pepper relish. They also do a good job making things. So go down there and check them out. Curley City Service. They do tires, brakes, oil chains, shocks. Tier 3 sponsors. Shigley Metal Shop, LLC. They are, as we've said all season, they do the laser engraving. They've done our hats. They do license plates, air fresheners for your cars. They're on TikTok, Facebook, and Etsy. Wiggins Ace Hardware for all your hardware needs and honey to-do list. Doris Davis Tax Office. Call 675-2358. And Susan's Flowers and Gifts. Make your loved one's day a special day. Well, guys, here we are again.
Yeah, man. If you wanna win the big game, you got to get to the big game. And so far, the Cats have done an excellent job. They're coming in this year 12-2 overall, 7-0 in conference. Only losses to Camden Fairview.
Yep.
And Harding Academy in higher classifications.
Yep.
Prescott Curley Wolves, they'll come in 13-1, 5-0. So this is kind of the matchup that you go all the way back to week 1 was kind of foreseen. A lot of people thought that it was going to end up with Boonville getting that chance for redemption, and they were going to have to face a very talented Curley Wolves team. And, and you know, that's exactly where we've ended up. So should be a good game, should be an exciting game. The Cats are looking to tack on their 5th state championship.
Yep.
Last time we were here, we fell to Charleston 41-12.
Yeah.
Previously, wins 2013 over Warren in a hard-fought, wet, lightning, anything that could
longest
go.
Game, I think, ever.
Yeah, and able to come out on top. And then 2018, the Cats were able to come home with a decisive victory over the Osceola Seminoles. So looking to get back on track here and get back to those winning ways. And in order to do that, they're going to have to get through a talented Prescott team.
Yeah, definitely. So your Cats, they lead the series 6-2 overall. Very first meeting was back November 17th, 1973. Curley Wolves won 52-0. Curley Wolves actually won the first 2 meetings. I believe one was played here at Little Rock and War Memorial Stadium for a neutral site playoff game. Second one was played, I want to say, I think in Benton. But since then, the Cats have rolled off 6 wins against the Curley Wolves. This is going to be the 9th meeting here. Hopefully your Cats come away with the victory tonight. Prescott is the 1 seed from the 3A5. Your Cats are in the 3A1. Let's see here. Kind of jump into some stats real quick on our Tyler Ford Pregame show. But before we do, as most of you know, Mr. Caleb Johnson, one of the Bearcat superfans, passed away this past week. And some devastating news. We always give him a shout-out every week. He messaged and asked some questions or stuff about the games or just different things. And so I want to give a shout-out to Mr. Caleb Johnson. Caleb, you're going to be very missed, sir, by a lot of people. I know his funeral was today around 10 o'clock, and he's going to have a pretty good showing. So,
young man's getting to do everything now that he wasn't able to do before while he was here on this side. So Caleb's somebody that I talked to him up to just less than a week ago.
Yeah.
He was sending me messages on Facebook and stuff, and devastating news. He was fired up for this game.
Yeah, he was.
And just, you know, things tough situation all around. So dedicate this and hopefully this win to Caleb and family. And he will certainly be missed. He was a joy to everyone.
Yeah, he was.
He took everything that, you know, didn't go his way and spun it around, and just a positive, you know, need a lot more people like him, you know, around you. So miss Caleb, and shout out to his family and everybody, and hope that during these trying times we push through.
Yeah.
And we certainly know that he is enjoying the heck out of himself right now. He's in a much better place. So
definitely so. So with that, we're going to jump into our stats real quick. Couple notes though. This is the second game ever to be recorded on this date. What did I do with that? I didn't put it in our I done lost it. But the first one was the 2018 game, so that turned out pretty good for your Cats there. Some more notes, though. Dax Goffey has 5,716 career rushing yards. Needs 284 to reach 6,000 on the year. Dax has 2,446 yards this season, beat his record of last year of 23-23. He's got 84 career touchdowns. He owns pretty much all the records now. I don't think there's one left as far as the rushing perspective. Rylan Ray has got, where is it at? 916 yards on the season. Hopefully he'll get to that 1,000-yard mark. We was talking about that a while ago, Jake. Hopefully Ry's going to get that 1,000-yard mark today.
Yeah, man, Rylan Ray's a kid that has certainly been dealt a tough hand as far as athletics, his football career goes, man. He's dealt with injuries the last couple years. Missed all of his junior season with an ACL injury.
Yeah.
Broke his leg in the Mansfield week and had to miss a few weeks here this year, but he's back, and with each game he looks a little more comfortable. And we'd like to see him get a big opportunity to get over that 1,000-yard mark today, and it's something that should have a decent chance of getting at. He only needs 84 yards to get there, so we'll see.
Looks like the captains are out here real quick before we jump into the stats. For the Prescott Curley Wolves, number 10, that's going to be the quarterback, Pierce Yates. Number 9, goalie, he's one of the halfbacks back there, receiver. Number 75, I don't have a 75. Yeah, I do have 75 on this roster. That's Rocco Patrick. And the rest of the seniors for the Curly Wolves, for your Cats, 33, that's Rylan Ray. 34, that's Dax Goff. The rest of your Cats down here at the 50-yard line. 58, that's Big Country. That's Matt Obar. At number 79, that's Frank the Tank Gill. 52, that's Ferris Daines. 24, Garrick Barr. 57 is Matthew Crosby. 14 is Jonah Wynn. 56, that's going to be Mr. Andrew Tibbetts. Number 75, that's our little bud. That's Lance Sims. All these guys are the seniors for your Cats.
Coulter Fisher as well.
And Coulter, I missed Coulter Fisher, didn't I? I'm glad you caught that, Jake. All these guys playing their last game as a Bearcat. Cats have won the toss and chose to defer. That means the Curly Wolves will be receiving the first kick. Cats are going to be defending. Isaac, this is our north to our left, right? All right.
Geography expert.
That's right.
Isaac Brown.
So Cats will be kicking off to the south or to our right here. Like we said, we're doing audio only, but we are also recording the game. That way we can put it up later for you folks to watch. If Miss Brittany Wickton is watching, I have not had time to get back to you with the message. If you or Mr. Joe is watching, Mr. Joe Wickton's watching, y'all go to, where did I put it? Go to myarpbs.org/watch sports, and then you should be able, from what I'm told, to put your VPN. Is that right, Isaac? Or yeah, if they ask for a zip code, just put Little Rock or put Boonville. Boonville zip code 72927. Curly Wolves are coming out onto the field. Real quick before we get going, a couple guys to watch out for the Curly Wolves, Jake. We'll switch over here to our stats for them.
Well, the first and foremost is going to be number 10. That's their quarterback, Pierce Yates. He comes in the season 141 for 227, just over 2,400 yards on the season. He's completing about 62% of his passes.
Yep.
He's got 27 touchdowns to go along with 8 interceptions. That's pretty much it through the air. He gets it done on the ground as well. He's had 106 carries, only averaging a little under 3 yards a carry. And only about 22 yards a game. So he's not a guy that'll necessarily have a ton of designed runs going his way, but
right.
He is somebody that is able to move around a little bit and make a little something happen, extend plays, stuff like that. Offensively, the big guy, big running back, is going to be number 3. That's Harris. He comes in with 1,256 yards, averaging just a hair under 90 a game. He's had 15 touchdowns in 7 games where he's won 100+. So athletic kid. You got a couple others. but it's very minimum. You've got number 16, Box. He's got 92 on the season. Corletto, number 22, he's got 155 yards on the year.
Right.
KJ Page, he's probably the next in line with 383, but only 31 attempts. So you kind of see a pattern there of who the two main dudes are in number 10 and number 3.
Got to watch out for on defense. That's going to be number 7. That's Rafter, Marshawn Rafter. And he's got 121 tackles on the year. He's their big defensive tackle, 6'1", 245. Ball's going to be fielded at the 6-yard line by number 4. He's going to be wrapped up by Seth. Oh, nice hit there by sophomore linebacker Hunter Warren. But Seth, the Black Magic Wilson on the stop as well.
Doing a good job setting the tone early. Big pop right there laid out by Warren. Hopefully letting Prescott know this is going to be a hard-fought matchup and a long physical game, and that's a good little pop. Prescott's going to get the ball to start with the 1st and 10 here. They're going to place this thing, it looks like the 19-yard line, maybe at the 20. And the Cats defense will take the field. They're going to be led by your usual people.
That's right. Here's the snap. It's going to be a flag, maybe a false start. But Dax Goff and Hunter Warren, they're your 2 middle linebackers also, Jake, your leading tacklers on the team.
I was going to say that, and then the play was already out there. So yeah, that's going to be your guys, man. Dax Goff, he's come in, number 34, 90 total tackles on the season. So doing a good job at an interception to add to it. Get a false start, it's going to back him up a hair.
Heavy set to the right, it's going to hand off to the big back, and he's stopped by Damari Poole. Gain of 1 there on the carry. Their offense pretty good, but honestly, their strong suit is their defense. That's what they live off of, is their defense.
Yeah, you look at their front line, their defensive line, they're pretty solid, especially those guys on the outside.
Yes,
we'll talk about them here in a little bit when they get out there, but yeah, they're definitely a defensive team. As Page likes to keep it and regretted it, or I'm sorry, I said Page, Yates.
Yates, yeah.
He likes to keep it, and he takes a shot going up the middle.
Yeah, he got introduced to Mr. Dax Goff right there on that hit.
So that's going to bring us up to a third down. It's hard to see the stakes over there. I may just be getting old and blind, but
that's kind of a far away over there.
It's so far away, it's hard to see.
Looks like we're going to have 2 to the right side. Trips over here to the left. Yates is rolling here over here to his left. And he got pressure. Got a guy in the flats. And I don't know if he caught that or not.
I think he did. And he's going to be just a hair short. He needed to get to the 30. If he had to get 13 yards right there, he ran a 12-yard route. And that's just.
And then I figure they'll go for it here.
Yeah, I would imagine they're going to like to set the tone early here. May see a hard count, something like that. Nobody able to get in the flats right there for the Cats defense, and completion able to be found. We're going to have as a 3rd and 1 coming up.
Two receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Harris is to the right of Yates. Yates is just going to keep it, and he's going to be. He's stopped. He got it. Damari Poole, first guy back there for your Cats. They're going to take over right there on the Curley Wolves' 29-yard line.
Dangerous play call, and right there will show you why. They elect to set the tone early. They know they're going to have to score.
Yes.
They know that that's going to be the deal. They're going to have to score to keep up this Cats offense, hopefully.
Right.
We're hoping, and elect to take an early gamble. Works out well for the Cats right there. It's going to be a turnover on downs, and that's going to bring Boonville's offense out. Led by our man, number 34, Dax Goff, coming in with 2,400 yards on the season, 235. Quarterback's going to be Jace Washburn, does it through the air a little bit, 37 completions for 662 yards. But this Cat offense is what it's always been. It's going to be a ground and pound attack.
Lentz goes in motion from the right, hand off to Rao, right up the middle. He's going to pick up about 4 yards there on the carry. Your Cats offense coming into tonight's or this afternoon's game has thrown for 707 yards this season, which is the 6th all-time, or Jace Washburn's 6th all-time in program history for 662 yards in a season. But where did it go? This is the most passing yards by a Bearcat team to make the state championship game. Head off to Rye again. Got a flag coming in late. And
late flag comes in. They're going to call a false start, I believe, over on that left side, and that's the call. So that's going to back it up 5. It's going to put us behind the stick. It's going to be 2nd and 12 now. Just a little antsy.
Yeah.
ready to get going. I don't blame them. It's a lot of emotion. There's a lot of people
There
here
is a lot
on
of people.
both sides. Boonville fans have shown up and shown out so far up to this point. Cats offense looking to strike first. Well, that was a 2nd and 12.
Ball's going to be on the 31-yard line of the Curley Wolves. Needert split out to the left. Wilson's your tight end on the right. I formation here for you, Cats. Lynch is your halfback on the right. And head off to Dax Goff on the right-hand side. Dax jabs,
There he
tackle,
goes.
down to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Bearcats. 31 yards, Dax Goff. And the Cats are on the board first, Jake.
Well, you couldn't draw it up any better than that. You elect to, you defer it, elect to kick it off to them.
Yeah.
They take the early game gamble. It doesn't pay off. 2 plays later, the Cats are in the end zone celebrating their first of hopefully several touchdowns tonight. With 9:10 to go, the Cats are on the board.
Juan Moreno to do the PAT. Needert to do the hold. And, oh, it's a fake. Nobody's out there. Throws to Warren.
Almost.
And incomplete.
Low
I don't
snap.
know.
Is a low snap. Didn't
okay.
quite get to him. Needert does a good job of getting his hands on it,
Yeah.
but just unable to bring it in. That's the one blemish on an otherwise really good start here.
Yeah.
It is a touchdown. That first one's going to be brought to you by Reed's Barbecue. Reed's Barbecue has the best barbecue around. Check them out.
Pretty good first drive here for your Bearcats. Oh, Mr. Wickton says they got to pay to watch it. Mr. Joe Wickton watching all the way in northeastern Pennsylvania. He says, well worth it. Yes, sir. Mr. Lonnie Barham, give a shout out to him. As always, he's always tuning in from Rhode Island. Let's see, as far as your folks here in Arkansas go to any PBS outlet or myarpbs.org/watch sports. You can also try to go on YouTube and watch it that way at AETN or PBS. Look that up on YouTube as well.
This is one of the benefits you'll get of having the game on PBS and not here. You get to listen to us talk sometimes
That's
through
right.
TV timeout.
That's right.
Don't have a lot of those.
Let's see here. We're still, I guess, in a TV timeout here. A lot of dead. We're not used to all, all this timeout stuff. But hey, before we forget, thank some sponsors for the app and the website. Exclusive Broadcast Advisor, the First Western Bank, serving your local communities for 110 years, as well as our premier sponsors. That's 5B Properties and 5B Properties B Plus. Oh my goodness.
B Plus Solutions.
Thank you. See Calvin Bennett for your rental needs. And Community National Bank, let Brett Cook and the staff take care of your banking needs.
All right, so the Cats are going to come out of that TV timeout. Kicking off, 9:10 to go in the first quarter. Cats have struck first, had a big defensive stop a while ago on their first possession, looking to tack on another, and it started with the special teams last time, pinning them back deep. Going to elect to do that again, hopefully.
Oh, and he touched it. That is a live. Oh, he touched that.
It's going to sail into the back of the end zone, and that's going to be
Should
first
take it at
and
the 20.
10 from the 25-yard
Yep.
line.
So I may be bad on my rules here, but if he touched that, shouldn't that be a live ball? Or did he not touch it? He may not have touched it. Either way, Curley Wolves are going to take over on their own 20.
It depends on where he was.
Okay. If he had stepped on the goal line, then yeah.
So they're going to have this thing at the 25-yard line. 6 yards better than their first start.
Quads to the right, and it's going to be a toss to Harris on the right-hand side. And he runs over his own offensive lineman, picks up about 12, maybe 13 yards on the play. And who was that? Was that Big Country on the stop there, Matt Obar?
Obar able to get out wide and drag him out of bounds. He does pick up the first down, and that's one of the skill sets that's to look out for this Prescott offense. They've got some speed.
Yes, they do.
Getting to the outside. Every time you play Prescott, the big thing is they've got speed, and they certainly do. Able to get around the edge there for the first down.
Hand off to Harris again, right up the middle, and he picks up a big chunk here, and he's down to the 35, down to the 30, and he gashed the Cats defense there. Mr. Coulter Fisher on the stop for your Cats.
Yeah, flip the field right there. They're going to hurry up to the line, and they're going to place that ball at the 29-yard line of the Cats defense.
And it's just going to be keeper by the quarterback. He's stopped by Hunter Warren. I will say the chains wasn't even set, so I don't know how they was able to run a play. Picked up 2, though, right there on that carry.
Yeah, not a lot so far for Yates moving. We talked earlier, he only averages a couple yards a carry.
Yeah. He mainly does it through the air, a little kind of deke and dunk is kind of what they like to do. Pickle almost on the stop there, Dylan Todd, but I believe that was Manson on the stop for your Cats.
Well, you know right here, you saw with the early gamble, this is a lot of 4-down territory tonight, especially you get short, so we're certainly in that. Kicking-wise, I don't think they do just a ton.
No, I didn't really see any or find any.
Yates will look to the sideline to bring his play in. They're going to have him a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Yates looking to pass. He's got a guy deep, and it's intercepted by Chase Washburn.
Bend don't break.
Yes,
That's been the mentality of this
Yeah.
defense all season long. Bend don't break, and your junior quarterback and free safety, Jace Washburn, is able to come down with one right there.
I believe that's his 2nd INT on the year.
Drive stalls out. Promising drive for the Curley Wolves is going to end with a turnover. It's going to be their 2nd of the game.
Yeah.
The Cats are going to take over with a lot. This is a completely different look from a while ago. We got to go the length of the field now. Ball's going to be placed at the 9-yard line. They will have a 1st and 10, Boonville ball.
Give a couple shout-outs for the live stream real quick. Tyler Ford and Shelter Insurance. Some Tier 1 sponsors. Lance goes in motion from the right. Hand off to Ryle, right up the middle. Ryland turning them legs. He's going to pick up about 3 there on that carry.
That's a typical Ryland Ray run, man.
Yeah.
He's just going to beat you to death up the middle, and we've seen it all season when he's been healthy.
Yeah.
You keep feeding him like that. Those 3-4-yard carries are going to turn into 8 or 9 yard, and he's eventually going to pop one, and he'll wear on you throughout the game.
Yeah, getting hit by him and Dax throughout the whole game is a load to take. And then you throw in the speed of Lentz every once in a while. It's a nice little combo in the backfield. Got another flag, probably a little false start on your Cats.
I think we might have got moving too quick in
Yeah.
the backfield there. Little Lancey knew he was getting it, and he was ready to deliver a blow.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, just gets a little too quick of a start, so that's going to back us back up behind the lines. Same situation we was in a while ago, 2nd and 12.
Same formation here for your Cats. Dax goes in motion from the left. Looks like, is this Clayton Green split out over here to the right? And I think that's Halpayne on the left over there for you Cats. Dax goes in motion again. Handoff. I'm sorry, keeper by Jace.
Yeah, just nowhere to go with that. That's a read play, and both of them were tied up, just unable to. I think he does the right decision there. Just tuck that thing and.
Well, I was fixing to say Mansfield, they had some success with that play against Prescott last week. So we may go back to it later. We'll see. Just Cats back deep in their
maybe a misread right there, and you know that'll work through it.
And it's going to be a handoff to Ryland right up the middle. Ryland's getting up to about the original line of scrimmage. Actually, a yard ahead of it. It's going to be at the 10-yard line. It's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, they're going to have to punt it away here. Cats are going to have my 4th and 9 coming up. Pinned back deep in their own territory, no other option. So that'll bring on Dakota Matson to do the punting. Hadn't had to do just a ton of it this year.
No, I think his longest is what, 39? He's averaging
as long as 39 yards. He averages about 30 a punt, and he'll get this one off.
Kind of off the side of his foot. Goes to the 30, goes out of bounds at the 33.
Yeah, just about a, I don't know, kick that thing about 30 yards. Didn't square it quite up right there, and Prescott's going to have excellent field position to start their 3rd drive of the game. It's going to be placed at the 32-yard line. The Cats defense quickly back out on the field.
Yeah, I think your offense will be a little quicker there. Well, you got 4 and out, 3 and out. Gives the Curley Wolves their best field position of the game, their 3rd possession of the game for the Curley Wolves. Turnover on downs and then a turnover. Hand off to Harris on the right-hand side, and he's stopped.
Yeah, just nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. Cats defensive front's doing an excellent job up to this point on that little inside run game. Able to get back to the original line there. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
Trips to the right, one over here to the left. Yates is your quarterback. Harris is to the left of him. Looking to the sideline here. 5:58 left to go in the first. 2nd and 10 for the Curley Wolves We have quads now as Harris goes out to the right. Wouldn't be surprised to see maybe a tunnel screen or just a bubble by Harris. And just a quarterback keeper. And good job there by Dylan Todd. And who else? It's Hunter Warren on the stop.
Hunter Warren, yeah, does an excellent job of taking away the run. He does pick up a yard right there.
Yeah.
That's about his third or fourth good little pop he's already
Yeah.
taken tonight, running the ball up the middle like that. And 3rd and 9 coming up.
Harris is to the right of Yates. 2 receivers to either side here. Looking back towards the sideline. And it's going to be hand off to Harris, and he's got a little hole, but it closes up real quick.
Yeah.
And you got Hunter Warren on the stop again for your Cats.
It's a situation, though, where, it's 4-down territory. They didn't feel like they had to get it all on one.
Right.
And so they elected to pick up a chunk of it. Now they're going to have one play to get it. It's going to be 4th and 6 from the 28-yard line.
Harris is to the right of Yates. Yates rolling to his right, looking. And Warren applies some pressure. And, incomplete. Good job there by your Cats defense. Todd is right there in the area. And Lentz as well applying the coverage.
I'm liking the look of our defense. Aside from the one long play, they've done an excellent job up to this point of holding contain.
Yeah.
On the inside, got a little bit of pressure to the quarterback right there. Pass comes out wobbly. It's going to fall incomplete. Give it back to the Cats. They're going to get it a little further up now. We're at the 28-yard line. So far, last possession, the false start penalty kind of shot herself in the foot a little bit, backed us up, looked to clean that up just a hair.
Give a shout out real quick to Mr. Kenneth Whitehead. And going to hand off to Dax Goff on the left-hand side. Dax, nice burst of energy right there. Picks about 5-6 yards on the carry. And real quick, just so you folks know, we're only allowed to do audio only, so we're going to have the scoreboard up. We are recording the game to put it up later. We cannot stream the game live as it is streamed live by PBS. So we do thank you for the ones that are tuning in. Here's it'll be 2nd down for your Cats with 4:13 left to go in the first. High formation here for your Cats. They hand off to Dax on the left-hand side. Little side move. Dax still on his feet. Picks up the 1st down. Got a flag coming in.
Flag comes in late. That's going to be enough for the 1st down, assuming.
I'm wondering if maybe a face mask.
Kind of just the look of it.
Yeah.
It might have been a face mask penalty. We'll see what they end up drawing up. There's helicopters flying overhead. We do have an injured player on the field.
Tell you what, we'll take a little break while they're tending to the Prescott Curley Wolf injured player. We'll be right back. You're watching and listening to Bearcat Football. And we're back here, War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock, Arkansas. Injured player able to come off the field with some help. That's number 8, Tayshawn Smith. He's a senior for the Curly Wolves. Sideline warning for the Curly Wolves.
The penalty was a sideline warning, so the play will stand. That was good enough for a 1st down run off the legs of Dax Goff. Running hard, sturdy kid, just unable to bring him down. Takes multiple people a lot of times, and he was able to pick up the necessary yardage there.
So with sideline warning, nothing happens. Second one will be a penalty with yardage. Head off to Ryland, right up the middle. Ryland Ray's got some room. Stiff arm. Oh, and he's drugged down by number 6 there, all the way down at the 46-yard line. About a 20-yard pickup from fullback.
J.K. Jones saves a touchdown run for Prescott Curley Wolves defense right there, but Ray able to break into the next level there and pick up a huge chunk of yards. Going to flip the field and get it into Prescott territory. 1st and 10 from the 43.
Halplane is split out to the left. Wilson's your tight end on the right. And it's going to be a handoff to Ryland on the left-hand side. Ryland's still on his feet. Picks up about 6. Looks like it's what they were spotted at. 6 yards there on the carry from your fullback.
Good little pickup. They're going to give it, placing that thing down at the 39-yard line, it looks like.
Yeah.
So maybe 5 yards, 4.5 yards on the play. Good job by Ray, just turning those legs, getting them moving positive direction. wearing them down.
3:02 left to go here in the first. Little wing formation here. His hand off to Ryland again.
There he
Spin move.
goes.
Ryland still on his feet. Stiff arm down to the 25, to the 21. And Ryland's filling it now, folks. What a run by your senior fullback.
That's a kid that deserves this opportunity.
Oh, yes, sir.
Unable to see it last year with his knee injury, and I talked to him a little bit this week, and he was just raring to go.
Yeah.
He was so fired up to get this opportunity. I'm excited for him, and he's making his presence known so far.
Is.
Another good pickup.
High formation here for you, Cats. Otherwise, same formation. Hand off to Dax on the left-hand side. Dax, tripped up there. I think by number 5, that's Page, and 49 was in the area. That's Muhammad. Rashid, Muhammad, and KJ Page.
All right, so that's going to be a gain of a yard for Goff. Did a good job, just able to get a hand on him, trip him up. Slides to the ground. 2nd and 9 from the 21.
Same formation here for you, Cats. I formation. And Dax Goff with the spin move off the left-hand side. And picks up about, maybe a yard there, Jake?
Yeah, maybe 2 on the play. He's going to bring up 3rd and 7 now, 2 down territory. Bringing in Matson over here to the right side.
And I'm going to say if they can hurry up, no one's out on him, but still getting the play called in. So Matson split out to your right, Halpane to your left. Lentz is your right halfback, Dax is your left halfback, and Ryland is your fullback.
When you see Matson over on this right side, you've got to wonder if it's going to go to him. They like to keep this thing on the ground, and I think he's going to be about a yard short.
I think so. 4th down next?
Yeah, 4th and 1 coming up. Big play coming up for the Cats right here. Could be a big momentum boost or shift.
It could. The ball's going to be at the 11-yard line. 4th and, it's further back than where they got it.
It's be about 13.
13, sorry. 58 seconds left in the first. Same formation for your Cats. Goff goes in motion. And up to round the right-hand side. He's got a hole right there, folks. Lowers a boom. He gets down to the, 8-yard line. Ryland Ray's having himself a drive here, folks. 50 seconds left in the first.
I'll tell you one thing. Watch this corner out here on the right side covering Matson.
Yeah.
Right there. Very little effort blocking that. If anybody else sees that, that could come into play.
Definitely so. Matson, he's split out on the right-hand side. He's at the numbers on the right-hand side, folks. As Todd goes in motion from the left. Got late whistles. Dax was in at fullback. We'll have a false.
Another false start.
We'll see.
Back is up another 5 yards. I didn't see who the penalty was on, but either way, it's going to back it up. So we are going to be 1st and goal, but it's going to be all the way back to the 13-yard line now, I believe.
Yeah.
With 18 seconds to go on the play clock, you may see the Cats elect to just take this thing down and take this 6-0 lead into the next quarter.
Are they? That's what I was looking at.
It looks to me like it's just ahead, the play clock or the game clock over the play clock.
Yeah, okay. Just a second ahead there. So, folks, that's the end of the first quarter. Cats are up 6-0, but the ball on the 13-yard line driving. Before we go to break real quick, I want to thank O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your auto parts needs, being our sponsor for the live stream. Pop and Putt Metalwork, LLC. Let JD and Jason take care of you. They do a pretty good job. They make reindeers, whatever you want made out of metal or anything, they can make it for you. Crowley City Service, they do tires, brakes, oil changes, and shocks. So with all that, folks, we'll take a little break. We'll be back with your second quarter right after this. You're watching again, listening to Bearcat Football. And we're back here at War Memorial Stadium. We was just talking about this, folks. Quick quarter. Jake said the game started a little after 12:10. It is 12:35 already, so very quick first quarter.
With that TV timeout.
With the TV timeout. 2 TV.
So.
Counting this one now, I guess, which they're still in. First quarter, you like your performance from your offense other than down here when they had their backs up against their own end zone.
Well,
had a punt on that one, that penalty, like you said.
Yeah, and penalties will shoot you in the foot. And the Cats have done it right here to themselves, got them another false start, so they're going to have to see this 1st and goal back past 10 yards
Yeah.
on the 13. It is 2nd down.
He needed 84.
Sorry, 1st down.
He's at 62 right now. Did you get some stats? Oh, they just brought some in, didn't they? So, Ryland, that's one thing I like about doing it here.
Yeah,
They print them out and they bring them to us. So, yeah. Looks like for total yardage here for your Cats, they have 104. Curly Wolves, 72, with 59 of that on the ground. As far as
big run.
Yeah, that big run's really just done it all for the Curly Wolves. Ryland's got 62 yards on 8 carries. Dax has 45 on 5. Jace has -3 on 1, but that was when they used kind of a misread there on that play. What do you think other than that, Jake? What do you think? Defense did a pretty good job. You had the bend don't break in the first quarter.
Yeah, they did. I mean, 2 times they got the ball inside the 30-yard line. Washburn able to come away with an interception.
Yeah.
Had him a turnover on downs on another one on a batted down pass on 4th and 6. So good job up to this point. We've got ourselves a 1st down, so we do have the full number of downs available for us here. 1st and goal from the 13-yard line. You'd like to see them punch in one right here. They do, though, like to go for 2 to get this thing back up to a 14-point lead.
We have flipped the ends of the field. The Cats going to the left now. Hand off to Dax on the right-hand side. Got a good block there from Halpang. Dax Goff. Touchdown, 13 yards. Bearcats.
Got a late flag comes in, and they're pointing.
Oh.
I think they're going to call a block in the back, maybe.
He was already in the end zone, too.
I know. It come in very, very late. We'll see what they come up with here. It was a good little play call.
Yeah, it
Goff
was.
able to get to the right side. May have had a late block in the back on the back side there, or on the ball side, excuse me.
And he's going to the Curly Wolf sideline, so that's going to be against your Cats there.
We're arguing over there.
Yeah,
we don't
well, they
like
are.
it. They may elect to pick it up. We'll see. Boy, that'd make me feel good.
Maybe enforced on the kickoff.
Yeah, it's just going to depend on what the penalty was. We'll have to. Personal foul against Boonville, but it was after the score, so it will be assessed on the kickoff. So I don't know what the penalty was necessarily. I didn't see it.
No, I didn't
The
either.
touchdown will stand.
Cats are going to go for 2.
Cats are going to go up 12-0 with 11:55 to go. 5 seconds into the second quarter. Cats are able to get it on the board, and they're going to have a little swinging gate look over here.
So we got swinging gate over here to the left, folks. Dax goes in motion from the left to the right. Looking through, do a pass, and nothing. That was
Nothing
stuffed. That worked.
Not a great. Little disorganized looking, maybe a little bit, or unable to come up with what we're doing. Certainly something new we haven't done a lot of.
Right.
Cats are unable to punch one in there. It's going to be 12-0. Boonville with 11:55 to go, and that touchdown is brought to you by Gerald Baker of Shelter Insurance. Shelter Insurance for all your insurance needs. So the Cats unable to tack on a couple. They will have the unsportsman or the personal foul penalty will be tacked on here at the kickoff. So Prescott's going to get this thing a little further downfield than we would like, but the Cats were able to get on the board and extend this to a 2-score game. Unable to get in on the swinging gate there, so it'll be 12-0.
So your Cats are going to be kicking off from the 25-yard line. They're 25. We have switched the sides of the field. Keep forgetting we're just doing the audio only. So we've flipped sides of the field. The Cats are kicking to our left. So kicking from their own 25-yard line after the personal foul there. 11:55 left to go in the second quarter. Juan Marino's kick is good. It's going to be caught at the 30-yard line by number 21. That's White. He heads towards the sideline over there for the Prescott side, but Hunter Warren wraps him up at the 45.
Hunter Warren in pursuit does a good job of bringing him down on the Prescott side of the field. They're going to place this thing at the 45-yard line. Prescott Curley Wolves, 3 possessions. We've had a couple of turnover on downs and an interception, so they're looking to get a little momentum and get something positive going. They've got excellent field position due to the personal foul penalty that we did not see. We're not sure what it was. But the Curly Wolves are going to have themselves a 1st and 10 looking to get on the board. Cats defense looking to keep staying strong.
2 receivers to either side. Toss to Harris on the right-hand side. Dax Goff in pursuit, and he goes down the line. Wraps him up for a gain of 2, looks like.
Yeah, they're going to give him, I guess, 2 on the play. It was close right there. I thought he was going to get him right at the line.
I did too.
Kid was able to use his momentum to keep falling forward just a hair. So it's going to be up to the 47-yard line now, 2nd and 8.
Trips to the left, 1 to the right for the Curly Wolves. Yates is the quarterback. Got pressure. Ball's out. Knocked out by the Marty Poole. Seth Wilson in pursuit. And not a Tiger. A Curly Wolf number 9 falls on it. Goalie. The ball goes all the way back, folks, to the 20. That's a 30-yard loss.
You watch any game on TV, the first guy never gets it. It's always squirts away.
Yeah.
Goalie able to get his hands on it and bring it down, but that is a large loss on the play. I'm going to tell you the math on that as soon as somebody else does it for me and puts it on the scoreboard. It's going to be 2nd and 33.
2 receivers to either side for the Curly Wolves. Harris is to the left of Yates. Now he goes to the right of Yates. Curly Wolves all the way back in their own end of the field. Caught by number 29, little out route. And
stepped out of bounds at the 35. So good pickup there.
Yeah, let's pick up, what, 12? Or 13, 14. Pick up 14 there. Kind of a receiver screen. Brings up 4th down for the Curly Wolves. And first time Curly Wolves are going to be punting today. Dax Goff goes back deep.
Well, you forced the near turnover, the fumble there. Just got punched out, and that thing rolled a mile the wrong direction for the Curly Wolves.
It did.
Able to fortunately fall on top of it. That could have been a devastating turnover there.
And
punt it away and just let that thing roll. It's a good little punt.
It
takes
is.
a sideways bounce at the 37. That's where it's going to stay and where the Cats are going to take over. 1st and 10, up 12-0, 10:37 to go in the second.
So the Cats are going to take over on their own 35-yard line. We'll be on our right side going to our left. Matson is split out to the right on the Curly Wolves side. Niedert to the left over here on our side. Ray is your fullback. Dax is your left halfback. Lentz is your right halfback. Washburn's your quarterback. And we're going to have Washburn's fixing to come up under center. Before he does, give a thanks to a couple more sponsors. Shigley Metal Shop LLC. Check them out on TikTok, Facebook, and Etsy. Frankie and Cynthia, they do a pretty good job as Ryland carries the ball, knocks him down. That's a load to carry right there. Speaking of loads, go to Tyler Ford and let Elias and the gang take care of you and get a pickup truck that can carry you like Ryland Ray's carrying the Cats right now.
Good little pickup, 6 yards, 7 yards, what they're going to credit him with. Ryland Ray's done an excellent job. Come in 62 yards into the first quarter, and he's already tacked on a good little chunk right there.
Put him across the 70-yard mark for the game. Ryland gets the handoff on the right-hand side. Pick up a 2 there on the carry. Same formation for your Cats on that play.
So now we're going to have as a 3rd and 1. I'd like to think this is most likely 2 down, 2 plays to go here with just a yard, assuming you're going the right direction. Clock is ticking at the 9:46 mark.
Ray's coming out. Dax slides over to fullback. Dylan Todd is going to be left halfback now. Lynch is your right halfback. Lynch goes in motion from the right. Hand off to the Dax on the left-hand side. And that little extra effort He's going to put it real close.
I think that extra effort given to him, and they do. They give it to him, so that's going to be a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 as we're approaching midfield. The 46-yard line. Dax Goff able to pick up the necessary yardage there.
Nieder split out to the left. Matson to the right. Backfield still the same with Goff in at fullback. Lynch is your right halfback. And Todd is your left halfback. Lent Sims is your center, number 75. Samuel Hicks, number 72, is your left guard. And your left tackle, 67, J.J. Redmond. And it's going to be handoff to Dax right up the middle.
Good little carry.
It is. Cross midfield, folks, into the Curly Wolf territory at the 49, 48-yard line.
Boy, he's just not easy to bring down,
No.
man. It's taken 3 or 4 of them a pop to drag him to the ground. Able to pick up 6 yards right there. 2nd and 4 at the 48-yard line of the Curly Wolf defense.
Ryland comes back in at fullback now for your Cats. Your right offensive side, your right guard is 57. That's Matthew Crosby. And number 58 is your right tackle. That's Matt the Big Country Obar. Give a shout out to his aunt Beth that's watching all the way up in Vermont. And it's pitch over here to Connor Lentz on the left-hand side. Sophomore heads towards his Cat sideline. And he's going to be close to the first down there. Probably a 4-yard pickup.
They're going to give it to him there just enough. He needed 4 yards there, and I think he picked up 5 or 6.
Yeah.
So positive gain's going to give him the fresh set, the 43-yard line.
I just feel like Lentz, I just feel it's going to break for a big one here
He's
in
got the
this game.
speed. He's got the speed to do some damage.
And it's going to be head up to Ryland. Ryland picks up maybe 2 yards on that carry right up the middle.
Not a lot of room to work. He just kind of turned his back and fell forward a little bit to gain what little yardage he was able to get a hold of there. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 9 now as Cats are already back to the line, ready to roll.
Matson split up to the right. Halpayne over here to the left. Backfield is the same with Goff going in motion. And it's going to be Ryland right up the middle. What, maybe a yard there on that carry.
I think they're going to give him half a yard or a yard. So doing a good job up to this point of stopping right up the middle there. They are going to officially give him a yard. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 8. 2-down territory, you would imagine.
Lentz goes in motion from the right. I would say I'd like to see a pass to Matson, but the safety, number 6, on the top of us, folks, is looking at Matson pretty hard here. He comes back in now, looking at some pressure from the defense of the Curly Wolves. Dax gets the toss on the right-hand side. Ball comes out, and you got Washburn in pursuit. Jace Washburn dives for him, and the Curly Wolves are going to go in, and that's going to get them on the board. Their 2nd defensive touchdown in 2 weeks. And that's definitely not what your Cats offense needed right there.
No, Goff ball gets to the ground. That's something that hasn't happened very often in his career. He's always done an excellent job of holding on to the rock and just gets punched away and takes a Prescott hop right into the hands of the defender, who's able to take it the yardage needed, and that's going to get them on the board and cut this lead in half, 12-6.
I think that's 2 doing the kicking here, Burton. Kick is up, and is it good? It is good. Makes it 12-7 with 6:48 left to go here in the 2nd quarter. Before we take a little break, we'll thank some Tier 3 sponsors for the live stream. Shigley Metal Shop LLC. Hey, they do hats, license plates. They do air fresheners for the car. Check them out on TikTok, Facebook, and Etsy. Wiggins Ace Hardware for all your hardware needs or your hunting to-do list. And Doris Davis Tax Office. They do bookkeeping, payroll service, and income tax preparation. Give them a call at 675-2358. We'll take a little break and be right back. You're watching and listening to Bearcat Football. And we are back here at War Memorial Stadium, Little Rock, Arkansas, Class 3A state championship game. Prescott Curley Wolves gets on the board with a about a 40, maybe I think it was longer than that, 50 or 40-yard return with the fumble. A scoop and score there makes it 12-7. Hey, we'll give a shout out to the Howlers real quick. They are watching from Mississippi while visiting some family. Say go Cats. Curley Wolves are kicking off from our left to the right. I think that is number 12 doing the kick in. That's John Rabadon. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I've seen how many people the Curley Wolves had. Had a guy run on late. Dax Goff is back deep, as well as Lentz. He's on the right-hand side, and Coulter Fisher to the left. I told Jake I wouldn't be surprised to see it maybe an onside kick or even a squib here, just with the momentum they have at the moment. And that's what they're going to do, and they had that wide open over there, and it does not go 10 yards.
No, doesn't go 10, thankfully. It's
Yeah.
a decent little kick.
I was going to say, I know they done that some last week at against Mansfield.
Yeah, just didn't get the roll they needed there, and the Cats are going to start with excellent field position here. Could be a dangerous call if the Cats are able to punch this thing in.
Yeah.
You got to remember they are getting the ball to receive.
They are.
The second half, so you'd like to see these Cats eat a little clock away here, march down the field, punch one in, hold them, and go into halftime with that two-score lead. So we'll see what they can do here. It starts right now on this play. 6:48 to go. Cats will have them our 1st and 10 from the 41. The Prescott 41.
For the app and the website, BoonvilleBearcats.com. Shelter Insurance agents Gerald Baker and Austin Baker. S&W Home Center for all your hardware needs. I formation here for you. Cats, ball's on the 40-yard line of the Curley Wolves. Hand off to Dax on the left-hand side. Hole closes up quickly, but Dax is still on his feet. He gets thrown down for a yard there on that carry. And, hey, folks, that took 5 guys to take him down there. Got another injured Curley Wolf. He's going to have to come off the field as they stopped play for him.
Gain of maybe a yard right there for Goff as he jogs off the field. Gain of maybe a yard is going to get the ball to the 40.
So 2nd and 9, 6:30 left to go here in the first half. Cats are kind of taking their time. They just started the play clock here, so the Cats have 28 seconds now. Backfield looks like it's the same. Washburn is your quarterback. Ray's your fullback. Goff is your left halfback. Lentz is your right halfback. Wilson is your tight end on the right. And number 10, that's going to be Nieder, your receiver on the left. Lentz goes in motion. He's on the left-hand side now. Head off to Dax on the left-hand side, and he picks up maybe 2 yards there on the carry.
You're going to have a 3rd and 7 coming up. Prescott's defense has really closed those gaps up, doing an excellent job right now of holding the Cats' offense to minimum on several of these carries, and now the Cats are again playing on the back half of it. 3rd and 7. Kind of where we were, same position we were sitting in just a moment ago.
Yeah. Nieder split out to the far right. Matson over here to the left. Well, the safety's walking over towards this side now, towards Matson. If he was staying in the same spot, I'd say take a shot.
We're going to have a timeout charged to Boonville. It's going to be just their first used timeout of the game. So with 5:20 to go, Boonville is going to have them a 3rd and 6, holding on to a 12-7 lead.
We'll take a little break. We'll be right back. You're watching Bearcat Football. back here at War Memorial Stadium. Big third down play here for your Cats as they're traveling to the left here or to the north. Fisher is in at receiver at the right. Goff goes in motion from the right, and what's kind of a late flag. I'm afraid that's going to be a false start on your Cats.
Yeah, and that's what it is. It's not what you want coming out of the half. That gets you back behind the line there. It's going to be third and 11.
Yeah.
On the 42-yard line. Cats will get them in a new play call here. Looking to pick up at least a good chunk of that on this play.
Manson's going to be your receiver on the left over here, closest to the Cats sideline. Fisher splits out to the Prescott side on the right-hand side. Lynch is your right halfback, Goff your left halfback, Ray's fullback. Lynch goes in motion and shoot far. Another false start here against your Castle. That's going to back them up even more. It's going to make it 3rd and 16 from the 42-yard line. Last two drives aren't pretty for your Cats.
Going the wrong direction in a hurry here on this. Back-to-back false start penalties is going to get them back up to midfield. Still in Curly Wolf territory. They'll have a 3rd and 16, and this really eats into what your potential play calls are.
Right.
You don't have as many options to go to as you get further into it or further back. So we'll see what they can dial up here. 3rd and 16, going to have to pick up a good chunk of it if we're going to see a 4th down play come up.
Got 10 seconds on the play clock, 7. Backfield still the same formation for your Cats. 2, don't have to snap the ball. 1, get it off just in time. Head off to Dak Scott back here on the right-hand side.
Oh, there we
Big
go.
hole
He's
right
got
up the
a
middle,
hole.
folks. Still on his feet.
There
First
we go.
down to the 27-yard line. You like that play call right there from your coaches.
Yes, sir. Big play. That's a heartbreaker right there for that Curly Wolf defense. Had Boonville in a position where they were most likely going to have to force a punt off there if they could just hit him. And Goff able to find room to run, picks up a large chunk of yards, and the Cats get themselves a fresh set of downs. Ball's going to be at the 27-yard line, 1st and 10.
What it was, folks, Lentz goes in motion and acts like he's going to get the ball on the left-hand side. Dax gets it going back to the right, cuts up the middle. Hands off to Ryland, right up the middle. He's going to pick up about 4 yards there on the carry.
And now is one of those situations where you have to take advantage of that. You found yourself shooting yourself in the foot several times, going back the wrong direction, able to gain it all. That's something that you gain some momentum, and you can really step on somebody here and go ahead and punch this thing in, eat some of that clock away. That's something that can really cut into the confidence of a Curly Wolf team that so far this season hasn't had to deal with a ton of pressure.
No, they've only got 1 loss, and that was to 4A Crossit, I believe. Rye gets the carry right up the middle down to the 20-yard line. So that was their lone loss, was to Crossit in 4A. They were the, I believe, the 3 seed out of the 8 4A, which is Warren's conference.
Right.
They played up in classification in some of their non-conference games. Played Homer, Louisiana, beat them by a couple points. So, like you said, like to score here, maybe knock a little of that confidence, keep that momentum going into halftime. Dax is in at fullback. He gets the carry right up the middle.
Yeah, I think they're going to put him right at the 17, and that's where he needed to get to. So that's going to give them a new set, 1st and 10, and the Cats offense is rolling now back down in the red zone. 3:35 to go. See the Cats continue to eat into this clock a little bit. Need 17 yards to tack on another 6.
Be the 3rd time the Cats are in the red zone today. 3:24 left to go here in the first half. Dax is your fullback. Dylan Todd is your left halfback. He goes in motion. And it's going to be hand off to Dax right up the middle. He had a decent gap there.
Yeah, he did. Just
shoelace tackle.
Able to trip him up, and he falls to the ground. It's only going to be a gain of maybe 3 yards. Yeah, 3-yard pickup. Yep. So they're going to have a 2nd and 7. They're across the 15 at the 14-yard line.
Nieder is your receiver on the right. He comes in close. He's just right off Big Country's right shoulder. Matson still split out to the left, though. And hand off to Dax on the left-hand side. Got a face mask in there.
Yeah, we don't have a flag come in, so we're going to have to just deal with it.
We are.
Get that thing down to the 10-yard line. We're going to have as a 3rd and 3, certainly in 4-down territory from this point on.
Certainly so.
In the game, no matter what. Look to stay here. The main thing, you got to keep moving forward. We can't have any silly penalties, false starts. I know we're trying to get a big jump.
Right.
Got to play smart football here, 3rd and 3.
Same formation for your Cats as the last play. It'll be handoff to Dax on the left-hand side. Dax is holding on to the ball, throws him down. Depends on where they spot it.
I don't think he got it. I think he's going to be about a yard short, 4th and 1. Clock's going to continue to tick. I imagine the Cats are going to tick this thing down, and they may elect to take another timeout once that thing runs down. We'll see what they decide to do. They may elect to get up there. They feel like they've got momentum and get this snap off. So two schools of thought. So we'll see what they elect to do here as the play clock is at 10 seconds.
Same formation here for you Cats. Needed just right off the shoulder of Country. Big Country, that is. Hand off to Ryland Ray on the left-hand side. Ryland Ray.
Upended a little bit, but he was able to get all the way down to the 2-yard line, so that's going to be more than enough for the first down. First down for the Cats, and you're going to have a timeout called by, I imagine, Prescott down there electing to try to save a little bit of time. So with 1:32 to go, the Cats are knocking on the door at the 2-yard line up 12-7.
We'll take a little break. Bear back. You're watching Bearcat football. And we're back here at War Memorial Stadium, Class 3A State Championship game. Thanks to sponsors real quick right before your Cats get this play underway. Hey, Susan's Flowers and Gifts. Stop on by and make your loved one's day a special day. And hopefully the Cats are going to have a very special day today as they're on the 2-yard line. Hand off to Ryland over here on the left-hand side. And Ryland gets back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of 1 there.
Yeah, going to go back. It looks like a loss of 2 on the play. It's going to bring up a 2nd and goal, and we're going to have another timeout.
Yeah.
Prescott going to continue to save a little bit of that clock. 1:25 to go. They've just used their 2nd.
Thanks to sponsors for the app and the website real quick before we take a little break. Shelter Insurance and agents Gerald Baker and Austin Baker, S&W Home Center for all your hardware needs. The City of Boonville, a good hometown, and Mayor Edgar Baker. Patriot Underground and Taylor Niedert. First Boonville, home of First Boonville students, First Boonville kids, Boonville Family Dental, and Stacy Hobart Photo Art. So with that, we'll take a little break. Be right back. You're watching and listening to Bearcat Football. And we're back here at War Memorial Stadium. 2nd and 4 from the 4. So it'll be 2nd and go for your Cats. I stay on the 4-yard line of the Curley Wolves. Dax Scoffy's your lone back. Ryland and Lentz is kind of like H-back formation on the right-hand side. Hand off to Dax over on the right-hand side. Leans forward.
I don't think he got it, but boy's close. They're going to knock him down, mark him down at the.
Oh, he's
they're giving
closer.
him right at the 1-yard marker. We all thought he was right up close to the.
Well, let's see here.
Close to the line. It's going to be hard to tell. He's short, but
He's
he's not
short.
that short. But either way, they're only giving us a yard
So it'll be
or
third
3
and
yards
1.
there. So we're going to have a full yard to go with the
Yeah.
placement of the ball. Prescott elects to take their final timeout of the half. So with 1:20 to go, Cats are going to have a 3rd and goal from the 1.
Well, I think a couple more sponsors real quick. Tier 1 sponsors for the live stream. Tyler Ford, they're our pregame and postgame sponsors. So stick around after the show for our Tyler Ford postgame show. Shelter Insurance, they are sponsors for the halftime show. Rockline Industries, they do our coaches show. People who make it right. Central Insurance is Agents Gerald Baker, Austin Baker, Miss Lori Duke. Airmaster Inc., that's Mr. Lance and Corey Haller. Lance Brown, that is. For all your air conditioning needs, they will be sponsoring our players of the game. And then Don's Easy Pay. They're our sponsor for their end zone camera and scoreboard. Stop by. They have locations in Waldron, DeQueen, Mena, Boonville, Idabel, Poto, and Broken Bow, and Midtown Charm. Stop by and see several of the different vendors in there. 3rd and 1 from the 1. Big play right here for you Cats. Got 2 chances to get into the end zone here. Goff goes in motion, and he's just going to push, and he's in.
Touch push.
Yeah, push Washburn in there. Touchdown, Bearcats.
Big play call and a great play call by the Bearcat offensive coaching staff there. Goff slides in behind the quarterback and gives him an extra little shove towards the end zone. Washburn's going to come away with the touchdown. It's going to be your 3rd of the game. It's going to give the Cats an 18-7 lead. Cats are going to elect to jog their extra point team onto the field. Elect to tack on 1 more here.
Kick
Hold
is up.
Good.
Oh,
Kick is
just enough, folks. Oh,
no good.
Oh, I guess it was to the right then.
Kick is no good. Off the crossbar, it looked, I don't know, I'm not sure what it hit. That looked a little odd coming off, so unable to come away with it, and the extra points has been the one thing on the Cats offense that's got them a little bit today.
Yeah.
If it could go wrong, it has up to this point on there, but the Cats were able to punch in an additional one there. And that 3rd touchdown of the game is going to be brought to you by Lofton Dentistry, keeping the bite from the Bearcat. So the Cats are going to have an 18-7 lead with 1:16 to go in the first half. Moreno on to do the kicking here and kick this thing away. And you'd like to see, guys, the Cats get one big stop here and go into halftime with a 2-score lead.
Yeah, you definitely like to see that. Juan's been doing a pretty good job doing kickoff, but offense has had that bend but don't break. Their own lone score for the Curly Wolves. Come on, that scoop and score. You like the way your Cats defense is playing. Hopefully they continue to play that way. As you said, they get the ball to start the second half.
Moreno is kicking it off. It's a little low squib kick. It's going to be fielded at the 31, and he's going to be brought down at about the 43-yard line. It was number 21, I believe, that received the kick, Dwayne White. He's a wide receiver, 6'4", 185-pound junior. Able to get his hands on a little squib kick there, and it's going to be downed the 40 officially at the 43-yard line. So the Prescott Curley Wolf offense with 1:12 will look to get within a touchdown reach here. Cats defense looking to get one more big stop, and then we'll go to half.
Yates is looking to pass over here on the right-hand side. Got a guy open. That's 21. Gets just 1 foot down. That's all you need in a high school ball. That's White. He's the only man that I think that's caught the ball today for the Curly Wolves.
That's your guy that just returned that little kick right there too. So went up the ladder and got that and brought it down before he falls out of bounds. Cats are going to get it, or they're going to get it at the Cats' 45-yard line.
He's the leading receiver for the Curly Wolves, 904 in the year. Deep pass and
Dangerous
incomplete.
pass.
Yeah, needed in coverage.
Throws it behind his intended target, and
Yeah.
3 Cats are around it, just unable to get to it. So that thing's going to fall incomplete and stop the clock at 1:02. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And you know they're going to go for it here. I mean, this is 4-down territory as senior Bearcat Ferris Daines comes out and Lance Sims comes in at nose guard. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Yates is your quarterback, and that's number 15 back there in the backfield. There's 2 number 15s. I think that's the freshman back there. As Yates throws it behind his
the
receiver.
Yep. unable to link up with his guys for a good majority of this. And now you're in this kind of a situation here where you don't really know what Prescott. They're kind of in between. They're sitting at midfield with 57 seconds to go. They throw another pass here and falls incomplete. Cats are going to get this thing back, so it may only be 3 down territory here unless you pick up a good chunk of the yard. So it's a big play and big opportunity for the Cats defense to hopefully get themselves off the field with one big stop.
Linson splits out to the left. Going to have trips to the left. And got some pressure here from the Cats. He's just going to throw it away. Oh, got a guy open. Number 15, Glisson, drops the ball. He was wide open.
And here's where I'm saying, primarily this is most likely going to be 4 down territory. But this is a situation with the time you have left and the ball at midfield.
And you got 53 seconds. The Cats have 2 timeouts.
Right, the Cats have 2 timeouts. So Prescott's going to have to think about this, and it looks like they're going to take another gamble and keep them out on the field. We'll see what that does for them.
2 receivers to either side. Gates is looking to pass. Got some pressure. Big hole opens up, and he's going to force to the sideline, and he's going to be short, isn't he?
Yeah, not going to get it. So it's going to be another turnover on downs right there. And now the Cats, 46 seconds. We'll see what they elect to do and how aggressive they choose to be.
Yeah, good job there by Connor Lentz, forcing him to the sideline, and then Manson was right there as well to knock him out. Cats will take over on their own 42-yard line. And like you said, Jake, we'll see what the Cats elect to do here.
Yeah, it's a situation. Do you take chances? I mean, you don't want to give the ball back to Prescott, clearly. But you've got enough time that you might take a couple with the timeouts remaining. You might take a couple gambles, try to get your big play off, and you never know what could happen. Cats would certainly love to tack on a little bit extra here going in, but especially when you're getting it to start the second half, as Isaac's saying over here. So, we'll see what they elect to do. They may try to do that, or they may just take this thing to halftime knowing they're getting it.
Dax is in at fullback. He gets the ball right up the middle, and he's going to pick up a good chunk of yards. And they just let the clock roll.
Let it tick. So, I mean, there's no, I don't think, right or wrong answer right there. Our offense isn't necessarily set up for the big plays downfield, but look at Glen Rose last week. We've showed that we've certainly got the ability to do it. So, see what they elect to do. We're going to have to run one play. Cats may tick this thing down. They're not going to take their timeout, I wouldn't imagine. I guess they could if they wanted to. I'm not going to tell them they can't.
Right.
Not our call, but looks like they're just going to run one more play, may take a gamble, and they choose to just hand it off into the hands of Goff, who picks up the first down, 4 seconds. We'll see what they do.
They can probably get one more, but I don't know. I don't think they're going to. They're just going to start and go to halftime with the lead. And that's what's going to happen.
That's it.
So your halftime score, folks, Booneville Bearcats 18, Prescott Curley Wolves 7. Cats are up. Cats do get the ball when we come back here to start the second half. We'll take a little break and come back and let you enjoy your Shelter Insurance halftime show. For Isaac Brown, Jake Fennell, I'm Zach Austin. You're watching and listening to Bearcat Football. right, folks, we're back here live at War Memorial Stadium. Got your halftime, Shelter Insurance halftime show. Prescott Curley Wolves marching band is getting ready. I will leave the mic open so y'all can hear it. Again, we are only allowed to do audio only, so that's why you have your scoreboard up. This is the scoreboard at War Memorial Stadium that we've got showing for you folks. We are also recording it. That way we are allowed to put it up later, so we can only stream live audioly. We are also recording the game, and we will get that put up later. We have to wait a certain amount of time, then we can put it up for you folks to watch. PBS will have the game up later on YouTube. I'm not exactly sure the time frame they wait to put that up, but it will be up later as well. So that's why you see the scoreboard only. Per AAA rules, AETN owns all rights to the state championship games. So I will step back and let you folks listen and then eventually watch the halftime show. Prescott Curley Wolves marching band, and then followed by your 3A state champs, Boonville Bearcat marching band. Take a break, or I'll step back, let you enjoy your Shelter Insurance halftime show. And we are back here, War Memorial Stadium, Class 3A State Championship. Cats are up 18-7 over the Prescott Curley Wolves. Band members of the week is going to be the whole entire band. 3A State champs. First state championship for the band, so no other way than on the state championship game, just give it to the whole band for them winning their state championship. Your halftime stats, though, for you folks, part of Shelton Insurance halftime show. Cats are up 18-7 over the Prescott Curley Wolves. Cats have 11 first downs here, 193 yards total. Prescott's got 82 total yards, 38 through the air and 44 on the ground. Leading guy rushing is Harris, number 3, but Jake, most of that came on that big run.
Yeah, just the one big pop. He's got 57 yards total, but 37 of them come on that one play.
Yeah.
Outside of that, he's still got a healthy little average. He would, be about 4 yards a carry, but again, you're right, the big play is what ended up getting him. Now, the quarterback, he's the only one to take a carry. We talked in the pregame show. Not a lot of guys get involved on the ground.
Right.
He's the other one. He's 6 carries for 12 yards, so he's right at his 2 yards a clip. He did have one 8-yard little scramble there when he, on that last 4th down play, the Cats were able to stop him and get the ball over to go into halftime. So far, so good. The big thing, time of possession. You look at that.
Yeah.
Cats have had the ball on offense for 17 minutes, 53 seconds, and just over 6 minutes for Prescott's offense. So they've stayed off the field. The one score they did have come on the defensive side of the ball and the scoop and score early in the second quarter. So Cats defense up to this point has done an excellent job of staying in control, playing their game.
Yeah.
We've talked all year. I feel like I say it every week, and everybody's tired of hearing it, but the bend don't break mentality that they have, it really showed strong in the Charleston game.
It did. Getting
it across midfield and just forcing a turnover down the stretch. Had it again right there with Washburn, had a couple turnover on downs. So Cats defense, certainly a good half, but the thing is you got to play 2 of them. So the second half, as it's about to get underway, as Prescott's going to do the kicking.
More than likely going to be onside kick.
You would think.
Dax Goff had 114 yards on the ground. Rye had 86, so that puts him over 1,000 yards for the season. And I figured they'd do an onside kick, and they did not, as Pickle gets the ball there. Dylan Todd, and he's just going to hang on to it and throw it back.
He was drugged back a little bit, but that ball's going to be placed at the 29-yard line where contact was initiated. And the Cats are going to get a set of downs here, 1st and 10. Currently leading 18-7, 2-score lead, but, man, we'd like to tack on a couple more here, and now's the time to do it.
Cats coming out here a little something different. Got trips over here to the right. That's going to the right, or the bottom of the screen, folks. Cats are going back to our right from the left. So Cats are going south. Washburn's your quarterback. Ray's your fullback. Lindsay is your right halfback. Then you have Halpayne and Matson split out far to the right. Dax Goff is in. Split out to the right as well. Hand off to Rowland. Throws a stiff arm, another little stiff arm, but he's drugged down there. Gain of nothing there on the play.
Yeah, they got him back to the original line. Maybe a yard loss. It's going to be between probably about a yard, it looks like, after all said and done. So first stiff arm was there by Rye, but Curly Wolf defenders flocking to him there. They're going to drag him down for a loss of 1.
Same formation here for you folks. Trips to your right. Manson's going to be on the closest to the sideline. Then Halpayne. Dax Goff is in a little slot area. Lentz is your right halfback. Ray is your fullback. Washburn is your quarterback. 2nd and 11 here for your Bearcats. And just kind of a misplay. Washburn's able to make something happen there. He picks up about, 5 yards there?
Yeah, it's all things considering a very lucky, fortunate break for the Cats there. One of them went one way and the other went the other. Someone had a little miscommunication.
Yeah.
Washburn able to make the best of it there, though. He picks up maybe 5 yards on the play. He's going to bring up a 3rd and 6 now. Cats going to need a big play right here.
Cats back in their regular formation. Raise your fullback, Goff left halfback. Lentz goes in motion from the right. Hand off to Dax coming back over here on the right-hand side. Spin move, Dax. An elbow goes down,
Didn't quite get there. He's going to be a few yards short. Looks like a gain of only a couple, and they're going to elect to bring the punt team out, and the Curly Wolf defense gets the job done on that possession, forcing the Cats to punt this thing away.
Yeah, Dax didn't quite got that elbow down, which makes him down at the line of or where he went down at.
Almost. If he could have kept his balance, he had a lot of room to work.
Yeah.
Big hole to run through, just unable to keep his footing there. And Matson set to punt this thing away.
Going to have a false start on you, Cats, more than likely. That was a good punt by Matson.
Yes, it was.
Mr. Dylan Harden's joined us in the booth now. He's moved on up in the world. He's down there on the sideline. Dylan, how was it down there on the sideline?
It was great. Great view, but I like being up here better.
Yeah, you got a kind of a bird eye view up here. So it's pretty cool up here. That was on your Cats, Chick?
Yeah, false start penalty against the Cats. And we're going to back this thing up now. We're going to have as a 4th and 9. Matson had a good little punt right there, but all for nothing. He'll have to do it again right here.
Matson standing on his own 18-yard line. Line of scrimmage is at the 30. Here is Matson do the punting. Still another good little punt by Matson. Drops. Takes kind of a sideways bounce. Now it takes a Curly Wolf bounce. Going to be down by Chase Shelton at the, 41-yard line. So the Curly Wolves will take over on their own 41. Their first possession of the second half. We'll see what kind of changes they make coming out at halftime.
Got ourselves a ball game, guys. Boonville holding on to that 18-7 lead, 11-point lead. Prescott offense jogging on the field, looking to do something about it here. Cats did an excellent job in the first half. If I could find their stat sheet here, thank you. Held them to only 82 yards of offense.
Yeah.
So look to see them continue with that trend here.
I have trips to the right, now quads. Yates is your quarterback. I believe that's Harris back there with him. He gets the toss to the right-hand side. Slips. And good job there. Good break there for your Cats defense.
Yeah, he wanted to go out, and he's going to have to force himself to cut back in and just unable to keep his footing. He goes down. It's going to be no gain on the play. 2nd and 10, 9:20 to go in the game, or in the third quarter.
Hey, and if you're ever slipping around, Mr. Dylan Harden, where can you go?
You can go to O'Reilly's Auto Parts. Stop by for your auto part needs.
And a little play here by the keeper, or it's a halfback. Good little pop there, delivered by Fisher. That was 15 on the carry. Glenson.
Big pop at the end, knocks helmet off of there. I believe that's Gleason, like you said there, but he is going to have enough for the first down, so it's going to be a cross into Bearcat territory now. 1st and 10. Had him right there at the line and just unable to bring him down. Picks up the necessary yardage.
Shotgun formation here. Number 9 goes in motion from the left. He gets the handoff on the right-hand side now. And he's,
almost.
Dylan Todd able to push him out of bounds about the 41-yard line. He was able to get out of Hunter Warren's tackle. He had him by the jersey.
Yeah, had a hold of his shirt, but just unable to get enough of it to slow him down, and that's going to be a little 8-yard pickup there. Good play call by the Curly Wolf defense. Got him well ahead of the sticks here, 2nd and 2.
Ball's on the 40-yard line of the Cats. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And off to, it's going to be a little, we got a new quarterback in the game. That's 15, little Wildcat formation. And out of the stretch arms of Fisher, cuts back to the inside, and Connor Lentz wraps him up. And I don't know if I would have cut back in. I'd stayed on the outside, but that was 15. Proctor? They got 2 15s. Proctor they've got labeled as a quarterback. 6'3", 175 junior. Looks like they've made changes at quarterback here. And hand off to Harris right up the middle. Another broken tackle. Washburn going for the ball. And Harris able to hold on to it. And Curly Wolves in the red zone territory for the first time today.
Yeah, they're going to have a 2nd and 1 now. Doing a good job of dictating the pace of this possession here. Back up to the line for an additional play here.
Frank comes into the game at nose man. There's going to be a keeper on the right-hand side by the quarterback, and he just walks on in. Makes it 18-13, and they're going to go for 2.
Yeah, you can go for 2 here and get it to a field goal game. 18-13. Cats currently have a 5-point lead. The Curly Wolves offense comes on and does a good job of gaining a little momentum there, gets a big stop on defense. Cats looking to gain some of it back, and this would be a good long way for that to stop them here and keep them out and keep this a 5-score lead.
Now the Prescott Curley Wolves doing a little swing and gate formation here for the 2-point conversion, and he's just going to walk right on in, folks. And they had a guy go in motion like Dax did, but they threw it back to the swing and gate side, and he just walks right on in, makes it 18-15. This is going to be a big possession here coming up next for your Bearcat offense. With 8:05 left to go here in the third. Thanks some sponsors those real quick. Grab my phone real quick. For the app and the website. Our exclusive broadcast advisor, that's First Western Bank, serving our local community for 110 years. Premier sponsors for the app and the website. 5B Properties, B+ Storage Solutions. See Calvin Bennett for your rental needs, and Community National Bank. Let Brett Cook and the staff take care of your banking needs. Curly Wolves' first drive out of halftime throws in a little wrinkle with the backup quarterback, Proctor, coming in, doing a little, I guess you can say, kind of wildcat package, really.
Yeah, he did a good job. He's a little different wrinkle, like you said, they can throw in. He moves well on the ground. A couple times, though, the Cats had a hand on him, just unable to bring him down, and that's something that they're going to have to clean up on the defensive side there. Got to get the big stop when you need it, and unable to do it there, and that's going to help the Curly Wolves pull within 3. Now, the main thing here on the offensive side, you got to get back to playing your style. You got to eat some clock away. You got to run the ball down their throat, 4 or 5 yards a pop. Eat this thing up and keep it out of the hands of the Curly Wolf offense. They did a good job on the time of possession in the first half that we talked about a little bit ago. Nearly 18 minutes the Bearcat offense was on the field, as opposed to only just over 6 minutes for the Curly Wolf offense. So did a good job in that first half of staying out there and playing that Bearcat football that we're used to seeing, and got away from it a little bit right there with the early punt.
Right.
That set up the Curly Wolf touchdown. So we'll see if we can get back on the right side of things here coming out of this timeout, TV timeout.
So it'll be 8:05 left to go here in the third. Cats again are going left, or going to the right on your screen. We're going to be receiving the ball off to our left, going back to our right. And they got Cats have their hands team out. Now I was going to say, I wouldn't be surprised to see an onside kick here. They've got the momentum right now, and they're not half bad, honestly, at doing onside kicks. So we'll see what way they're going to kick it. Dax Goff, and I believe that's Lance back deep for your Cats. And let's see if they decide to kick deep. The flag ball falls down. The wind is still blowing pretty good out of the north, which is to our left. And he's going to be kicking into that wind. Number 12 to be doing the kicking. That's Rabadon. Lance and Goff switches sides back deep. And
that's who they're going to kick it to. Lance over there. Builds this thing, and
he's just met by
not a lot of room to work. He is going to get that thing up to about the 33-yard line, where the Cats are going to take over on offense with 8:02 to go. Boonville's up 18-15.
So we'll see here what the Cats are going to do here. Dax had 114 yards. Ryland had 86, which puts him over the 1,000-yard mark for his senior season. Cats have 2 backs over 1,000 yards for the last 2 seasons. And honestly, I think thinking off the top of my head, about the last 4 or 5 seasons, the Cats have had 2 guys over the 1,000-yard mark. Raise your fullback, and he's going to get the handoff right up the middle, and he's going to get nothing there.
Just a yard on the play.
Yeah.
Guys, sports is a game of momentum.
And they have it right
and
now.
they've got it right now, and that's the deal. You've got to do something to gain that thing back. A big play could go a long way.
Yeah.
You got to get that right play call in to make that happen. Curly Wolves have that momentum at this instance. Look to see the Cats try to pull it away from them here. They've got a 2nd and 9 now from the 34-yard line.
Got the Cats side of the field getting into it a little now. And as Goff goes in motion, Washburn on the keeper. Jason Washburn's going to have the first down. Heads towards the Cats.
Got a lot of room.
Sideline, yes, he does.
Late flag come in.
Oh, pushes out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
Late flag come in, and it looks like that's going to be against Boonville, the way the Prescott players are coming off the side celebrating here. It was a good play call. Washburn had found himself plenty of room to run, but that penalty is going to go against the Cats and back this thing up. So the good play is erased, and that ball is going to be placed at, it looks like, the 27-yard line. It'll remain second down.
And honestly, that's really been the story of the game. Cats just shooting themselves in the foot. That's made this kind of a close ball game.
Yeah, there's been a lot of things not go our way, penalties and missed extra points and turnover, things like that. But got to keep pushing. Got a lot of ball game left, quarter and a half.
Wentz goes in motion. It's going to be handed off to Dax Goff. Coming back over here on the right-hand side. Dax has got the
He's
whole
gonna have a
field
lot.
to go.
Go, baby. Go,
down
baby.
across midfield, down to the 40, 35-30, 25-20, 15-10, 5. Touchdown. Bearcats. No flags on the play. And Dax Goff is going to go, what was that, 70, don't get me guessing, 73 yards, I think.
The big deal has been the speed of this Curly Wolves defense and their skill position players, but unable to catch up to the legs of Dax Goff, number 34 for Boonville, who goes 70-plus yards for a touchdown to get the Cats back up 9 with the extra point incoming here. Score is currently 24-15 with 6:43 to go.
There's a snap, holds good, kick is up, and it is good. That makes it 25-15. Cats, like you said, Jake, get a big momentum play here, and now your Cats sideline's coming alive, and we've got ourselves a ball game here in the third.
Yes, we do, and coming out of halftime, Prescott mixed things up a little bit with their offense, removed quarterback Pierce Yates from the game, brought in, what was it, Gleason, I believe, Caden Gleason, or
Proctor, I think.
Proctor, I'm sorry. Yes, you're right, Proctor. Yeah. I'm looking one down on him.
Well, what
we got two 15s, don't we? That's why I'm doing that.
There's two 15s, two 49s.
So Prater, Dakari Prater.
Prater, yeah. He's labeled
He's
as
a 6'3", 375-pound junior who's moved onto the side, on the offensive side here. He plays defensive back on the opposite side of the ball, moved over to the quarterback position. He did a pretty good job. But, again, the Cats had opportunities to bring him down. Missed tackles will hurt you in the long run, especially when you're playing quality programs, and Prescott is certainly a quality program. So look to see the Cats' offense got the job done, got back on the right side of things, see defense do the same.
Between these two programs, there's 9 state championships between the two of them and over 20 state championship games played, not counting today. And ball is fielded at the 2-yard line. Good kick by one. Number 4 heads towards the sideline, and he's going to be stopped by a whole slew of Cats right there.
That's a good job by the Cats special teams, able to flock to it, like you said. Whole bunch of them in on that tackle, about 6 or 7 of them it looked like. And with 6:36 to go, Prescott's going to get another offensive possession. Ball's going to be placed at the 26-yard line. Cats defense, like we've said multiple times, got to gain that momentum back on that side of the ball. Had them a little flabbergasted there in that first half, just unable to figure out what they wanted to do. And they've got Yates back in the game, the quarterback spot away from the Wildcat formation.
2 guys to the right, to the left. Number 9 goes in motion again from the right-hand side to the left. And the Cats defense, good read. That's number 30, Damari Poole. He was the leading tackler for the Cats, I believe, in the half.
Yes, he was. And when Damari Poole's on the field and able to get in open space like that, he does an excellent job. And right there, he just flocks to the ball. He's slowed down by Washburn, number 5. Damari finishes the job there. And it looks like a loss of a yard.
2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Yates is the quarterback. Harris is in the backfield to his right. Little receiver screen to the right to number 21, their leading receiver. He's wrapped up, though, by Dax Goff. That's a first down, though.
Yeah, that's a good job. Good play call to go to right there. Get it in the hands of, that was
White, right?
White, yeah, Dwayne White. He had only 3 catches, had 26 yards in the first half, but he was really the only option they had up to that point.
It really was as Harris gets the toss on the left-hand side. Good pursuit by your Cats defense. That's Hunter Warren on the stop and your quarterback, Chase Washburn.
Yeah, that's a good little carry. From our angle, it looks like it's about a 3, maybe 4-yard pickup. Excuse me. So 5:30 to go, and they're going to give him 4 yards. So it's going to be a 2nd 6 from the 43. Cats flocking to the ball.
Same formation here for the Curley Wolves. And it's going to be a keeper by Yates on the right-hand side. Out of the
Just trips up.
Yeah, Dax Goff got just enough arm to trip him up there.
Yeah, Wyatt, he's tiptoeing around a little bit. Ryan, I don't know if that's just
how he is,
how he runs, his stance or what, but looks like he's tiptoeing around looking for a little room to run there and just doesn't find it. So looks going to gain maybe a yard.
Yeah.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 5 now.
Isaac said they've got the backup quarterback, or I'm just going to call it the Wildcat package. It's pretty much what it is. And they're going to have a false start.
Yeah, and that's big. That's a big deal right there. And is that the first penalty we've seen?
That's the first one they've had since early in the game.
Yeah, I don't remember the other one. So
I think their other one, I think, was on the first series, was a false start as well.
Okay, so that's a benefit right there. It gets them moving the other direction back to the original line there. It's going to be 3rd and 10 now. 4:47 to go.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Got a guy at H-back. Number 15, Proctor, is the quarterback. Harris is to the right of him. Ball's on the right hash of the field. Got another flag.
Another flag, and it's going to be another false start.
Another false start.
So to back it up another 5. It's going to be a 3rd and 15 now. Ball was at the 39. It's going to take it back to the 34.
Looks like Yates is coming back into the game now. Nope, now he's coming back off the field. They're trying to decide what package they want. And, hey, if you don't have a package or a gift for Christmas, contact J.D. Jones and Jason Jones. And what's that called, Dylan?
Pop and Pup Metalwork for all your metalwork needs.
Thank you, sir. They do a good job. They can make you a Christmas gift.
They're going to have to hurry if they're going to get this off. They don't even have a quarterback in the game. Or they do, he's there, but the whole thing was just
kind of a
cluster. Unable to figure out what they wanted to do, and that's going to be the 3rd penalty.
3 in a row.
3 in a row without running a play is going to back it up another 5. And now we're going to have a 3rd and 20. So the Cats have got to take advantage of this. They've got to get the big stop that's required. Look to maybe see a little bubble route, something like that.
Yeah.
They've done that from time to time.
Got trips to the left, 2 to the right.
And that's what they choose to do.
Little receivers,
tunnel, and he's got room,
screen.
but they're going to bring him down. Early decision to make here. They gained about 15 yards. It's going to be a 4th and 5, and I imagine, guys, they may go for it. You were hoping to hold them to minimal gain there and force them into a punt.
Right.
Now they've gotten to a situation where it's a
kind of a leeway for them.
Yeah, and it's a good call here. I think they need to go for it. So big opportunity here for the Cats defense. 4th and 5, need a big stop.
2 receivers to either side. Yates is your quarterback, got a flag. Cats shift. Now I believe there was a false start when your defensive line shifted to the right.
And that's going to be another false start. Their 4th penalty of this drive is going to back it up. And now with 9.5, 10 yards to go, we'll see what they elect to do.
I was going to say, does this change your play calling in it? You're back now from 4th and 4. It's going to be 4th and, 9?
And they're jogging on some new guys here. Looks like they're going to jog on a punt team. And a good job by the Cats. We were talking momentum, and that was certainly a momentum shift.
Yeah.
The long run on offense by Dax Goff. Now you got to be careful here, nothing tricky.
We'll say, I hope somebody gets his gloves off the field. Number 4, he's going to be the punter. That's going to be Jackson. Or I'm sorry, Johnson.
And we've got another delay of
game.
It's just
Isaac said, yeah.
Mess out there on offense right now trying to get these play calls in and out. And a lot of times they switched up the packages.
Yeah.
They're going in and out, and you got a lot of young guys in the moment standing watching. It's hard to get everybody lined up where you want them to go. And you're certainly going to have to punt this thing away now with 4th and 15, 4th and 14, I guess.
Yeah.
From the 35 coming up.
So Johnson's going to be doing the punting from the right to our left. Cats have nobody back deep. Johnson, low kick,
punt.
very low, and it's going to. Hey,
good
that's
little
gonna be
roll, though.
Yeah, it is.
come out low, but the Cats are going to get it at the 33-yard line. The Cats offense comes back on the field, 10-point lead. This could go a long way, guys, with 2:16 to go. I'd like to see the Cats punch one more in right here.
You definitely would feel more comfortable when you get one punched in here. I mean, Prescott can get going, but you just feel more comfortable when you get that another touchdown lead.
Right, well, yeah, absolutely.
Just
keep tacking them on. I'll feel more and more comfortable. But, yeah, no, you're right, man. This would go a long way. 25-15, 2:16 to go as Washburn looks at the sideline. We'll see what the Cats can draw up here. It's a big, big drive.
Matson splits it out to the right, Nieder to the left. Ray's your fullback. Golf is your left halfback. Lentz goes in motion from the right. Ball's out.
On the ground.
Luckily, Washburn,
yeah.
he's able to get 3 yards there on that little bobbled snap.
I don't know. We can claim we meant to do it.
Yeah, that's
move on. I think they're only going to give him a 2-yard pickup there, so it's going to be 2nd and 8 now.
I think Mr. Johnny Barnes was telling me that's a new wrinkle they was throwing in at halftime.
Yeah. Fumble-Ruski.
Going to have Wilson coming in at tight end on the right. Nieder split out to the left. Going to be I formation here for your Cats. Ray's your fullback. Golf is your halfback. Washburn under center.
Got to get moving. We got 5 seconds on the play clock.
There's a snap. Ball's handed off to Dax on the right-hand side. And he's going to pick up about 3 maybe there on that carry.
Good job on this defensive front. We knew coming in they were some dudes. You know,
what, 6'1", 245. Where's another guy? That's number 7. And then number 2, he's 6'3", 210. I figure he's a little bit bigger than that. He looks pretty solid. But, yeah, they got some dudes. You know, we talked about their defensive line, their linebackers. Their defensive line, you know, we kind of feel like that's their really special part of their team.
Right. So we've got a 3rd and 5 coming up now. Cats would love to pick it all up right here. Not have to force a decision.
You got 5 seconds on the play. Golf goes in motion, gets the handoff on the right-hand side. And Dax got the first down, still on his feet. Down across midfield, down to 40 and a 30. Down to the 24, 25-yard lines. And as I'm rumbling, stumbling over my words, Dax is rumbling, stumbling for some yardage.
That's a great job. Just tiptoed that line down the right side. I kept thinking he was going to step out.
That was
he
a nice
did a good
move,
job
step
of
back,
dancing down the sideline there. Good little step back, able to pick up a good chunk. 1st and 10, and Cats are going to have to get most likely just one more play off in the 3rd quarter. 30 seconds to go.
Same formation here for your Cats. Ryland gets the handoff on the left-hand side. Rye fighting for some yardage. He gets maybe 2, if that, on the carry.
Yeah, I think they're going to mark him back to the 25, so that's going to be just a yard. That will, though, get us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Boonville's got themselves a 25-15 lead, guys.
Yeah.
With 1 quarter to go, Boonville 12 minutes away from their 5th state championship. But they've got a tall task ahead, and a touchdown here would go a long way.
So the Cats up 25-15 over the Prescott Curley Wolves. We'll take a little break and be right back. You're watching and listening to Bearcat Football. And we're back here, guys. 3A state championship. Started the fourth quarter, guys. Cats are up 10. Got our stats here. At the end of 3, Dax Goff has 228 yards. Needed, 284 to have 6,000 career yards. Maybe he'll get it today, folks. And Rye, he's only got 2 yards in that third quarter. But Curly Wolves, their defense, hey, they come out ready to play there in that third quarter.
Yeah, they did a good job of keying in on Ray there in that one, and for good reason. He gashed them early on in the game.
Yeah.
Able to do a good job of closing him up, but Dax Goff takes that little counter run for a good chunk of yards a while ago. Now we got ourselves a 2nd and 9 to 25.
Cats flip the field. Dax Goff in at fullback, little sidestep. Dax still on his feet.
Look at that.
Down to the 15, carries the dude down to the 10. That's a good, excuse me, folks. Good pickup there by Dax.
What I love watching about him, he's all out all the time. He's strong. He's hard to bring down, but he also has that little delicate run where he waits and he cuts at the right moment and he tiptoes around and finds
like
his
gazelle,
area
right? Oh.
and does a good job right there. And that's got it down to the 10 where we're going to have ourselves a 1st and goal.
Yeah, he's definitely a special player to watch, and we've definitely been honored to watch him. Gonna have a receiver split out to the left. That's Matson. Hand off to Rye, right up the middle. Rolland turning those legs, picks up maybe what? A yard?
Yeah, a yard. Yard on the play. He's going to bring up another 2nd and 9 or 2nd goal, from the 9.
And you like to think if the Cats punch this in here, this change up the play calling for the Curly Wolves as far as offensively. What we got here? Manson's receiver on the left, bottom of our screen. Niedert is to the receiver to the right. I still would like to see a pass to Manson. Only got to cover one. Man coverage here. We'll see what we got going on here. Hand off to Dax. Dax cuts back inside. Pulls a guy with him, though, for about 2 yards. I think. Sorry, Jake, go ahead.
No, I was going to say just a couple on the play. We're going to have 7 to go now. 2 plays to get 7 yards.
Definitely feel confident that you can get that. Well, thanks some sponsors real quick for the live stream. Hey, Curly City Service, they do tires, brakes, and oil change. Shigley Metal Shop, LLC. Hey, they're going into the laser engraving. They do a good job. They do hats, koozies, license plates. They could probably maybe do dog tags or something, I'm sure, if you want some. They also do freshies. Wiggins Ace Hardware for all your hardware needs or honey to-do list. And Doris Davis Tax Office. Give them a call at 675-2358. That's your Cats. Take a timeout here. Burns their first timeout with 10:05 left to go in the ball game. Cats are going to talk over and see what they want to do here. We've got 2 chances to get into the end zone. We'll take a little break and be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. And we're back here at War Memorial Stadium. I almost said Bearcat Stadium.
We'd like for it to be
Hey, we
Bearcat
would,
Stadium today. 3rd and 7.
Goff goes in motion to the right, looking to pass to Niedert.
Oh,
And
well
incomplete.
thrown. Lands right in the corner.
That's where you want it.
Yeah, just unable to haul that thing in. So now we're
4th down.
3rd and 7. Do you elect to try to kick a field goal? Do you go for it and throw it? I don't know. We'll see what they elect to do here. It looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field. 3rd and 7. 10:01 to go. Cats, big play now. 4th and 7. Got to get it all.
Like to maybe see a hard count here or something. We'll see what they got cooking. Ryland's in at fullback. Washburn looking to pass slant route,
Oh,
incomplete.
we had him just
Yeah, good job. That's number
a little
6.
behind him. It's going to fall incomplete, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Prescott. Good little defensive stand when it's all said and done at the end, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. They're going to get the ball at their own 7-yard line. Cats defense needs to do a good job right here of keeping them on this side of the field. Any way to keep the ball out of the hands of the offense is going to be a big benefit to you. So
I like the idea, though, of going to the air there. I mean, you got the way it's set up, or Lloyd, you got single coverage, man-to-man.
Yeah. No, I mean, it wasn't a ball was thrown a little behind him,
Yeah.
tight, trying to find that window, just unable to link up and connect there.
You got Proctor in at quarterback now, and he's going to keep it over here on the right-hand side. And
We got a hold. That's
yeah.
going to come back, and it was a good little hold.
Yeah.
Let him run it all the way and be fired up.
He takes that.
Takes it to the house, but
Yeah.
it's going to come back, and that was a obvious one.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
play goes for a gain of maybe 1 if he's not held right there. That's the only thing that kept him from getting in it.
Yeah.
And now it's going to come all the way back.
Yeah, Connor Lentz, he had a chance to get him, but dude's pulling on his jersey and shoulder pads, so.
Had a flag come in late on that side as well.
On the far side over there?
Yeah, I don't know what the call was. Maybe he dropped it, I don't know. So that's going to back it up. Most likely that is a half the distance to the goal, so that's going to,
Put it at what, the 4?
yeah, I think about the 3.5-yard line.
I was going to say, Proctor, he's slowly making his way after that 93-yard run.
Okay, so there were 2. What was the other one? I didn't see it. Okay, another sideline penalty. That one will go for yardage, so that's going to back it up to the 2-yard line now, where it's going to be first
I was gonna
and
say, okay.
15,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yates is in that quarterback, throws from his own end zone, got some
Oh,
pressure.
man.
Oh!
Just
Are we going to get a safety? They
No,
give him
he
just
got-
to the 1, yeah.
He got out. He got out to the 1-yard line. It's a good job by him to do so. Otherwise, it would have
country.
been 2. Almost.
Got
almost.
just- yeah.
So now that's a loss of a yard. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 16.
I think you bring your linebackers
Yes,
here.
I think so too.
Harris is in at halfback to the left of Yates. Got a man in at H-back on the right-hand side, and it's going to be Harris right up the middle.
Okay, good job.
Good job. That was Wilson, I believe. I'm sorry, Hunter Warren on the stop for your Cats.
That's a good stop because he almost broke that
Yeah,
thing.
he
And that
did.
gives Prescott a little breathing room now. They're going to have a 3rd and 11, 8:55 to go in the game. Going to need to extend this drive, pick up a good chunk of the yardage here if they're going to have any sort of chance.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Harris, he's just standing there. He's not even. So, I don't know if he's even going to get the ball. Yates is, they're going to try to call a timeout where they're 4 seconds on the play clock, gets the ball off, looking to throw, and incomplete.
Incomplete.
Just
Good job.
hair high.
It's a good job. It's a pretty well thrown
Yeah.
ball. He had to go up and get it, and it's just off his fingertips. And that's going to fall incomplete and bring the punt team back on. The Cats turned it over on downs a while ago, but no harm on that one. Is 3 and out is going to give it back to them. Be punting it from the back of their end zone. Main
Yeah.
thing here, do not get a
Penalty.
roughing the
Yes.
kicker penalty or anything like that as you come in.
Cats have nobody back deep. Low kick again, but
He's got
He's
that
got
figured
that.
out.
Yeah, he
That's a
does.
good little kick.
gets a curly wolf roll. I was going to say that thing's going end over end instead of a spiral kick.
All right, so with 8:09 to go, this ball's still moving. Go ahead and let it. Okay, so
All right.
man, the clock just kept going. 7:59 to go now. 7:59, just under 8 minutes. The Cats offense holding on to a 2-score lead here, 25 to 10, or 25 to 15.
Yeah.
He's going to jog on the field.
Got
Need a long
commercial.
drive right here, guys.
Yeah, we do. We need one of
Eat
them
some clock.
long Bearcat drives. Got a commercial timeout. While they're doing that, Mr. Dillon, why don't you tell some sponsors here for the app and the website?
All right. We've got Shelter Insurance and agent Gerald Baker and Austin Baker. See them for all your insurance needs. Got S&W Home Center for all your hardware needs. The City of Boonville, a good hometown with Mayor Edgar Baker. Got Patriot Underground and Taylor Niedert. First Boonville, home of First Boonville students and First Boonville kids. Boonville Family Dental and Stacy Holbert Photo Art.
Dylan, what do you think so far about the game?
I think that we need to stop them. That's pretty obvious here. We just cannot afford to give up another score.
Right.
So defense needs to step up.
Definitely so. You like that last series, Cats defense. We wished for a safety there, but nonetheless, you force them to punt. Cats are going to take over on their own. It's bit my tongue. I know y'all wanted to know that, but ow. Cats take over on their own 35-yard line. You're going to have Nieder over here on the left-hand side at receiver. Poole is your tight end on the right. Dax is your lone man in the backfield. He gets the handoff on the right-hand side, and he's going to get, what, 2 yards maybe? Maybe a yard.
maybe 2. Looks like 2 yards. So bring up 2nd and 8 and just, guys, let this clock tick.
Yeah.
Let it tick away. You get this thing down to about 4-minute mark before this drive is all said and done, or at least force them to start burning some timeouts. And I think that's your best bet to come out of here on top. So Cats are going to take their time on offense, run their game. Going to have a 2nd and 8 here, and at every first down you're able to pick up, this becomes more and more of a job for Prescott's offense to come back.
I was just looking at, be nice to see Dax break a big, long run here. He gets back to the line of scrimmage there on that one. But he breaks a big, long one here. That's going to put him at 6,000-yard mark for career rushing yards. Sitting at 228 at the end of the 3rd. Already had a couple of carries here in the 4th quarter. We'll see what we have here. 6:55, like you said, Jake. Letting that clock just roll.
Yep, let it go. We got about 15 seconds on the play clock. 6:45 to go in the game.
The I formation here for you, Cats.
Got a false start penalty. He's going to go against the Cats, so that's going to back it up another 5 yards.
Yeah.
It's going to get it back to a 3rd and 13. 6:40 to go. Clock will not start now, so you'll just get up there and get your best play call. Yeah, it will start, won't it? I'm done. It will start. Sorry.
The clock, yeah. So Poole comes out from tight end. Nieder splits out to the right. Matson to the left. Lynch is your right halfback. Goff your left halfback. Ray is your fullback, and Washburn comes up under center. And it's going to be hand off to Dak coming back over here on the right-hand side, and he's going to get...
Yeah, just nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Nowhere to go, and that's going to tick it under the 6-minute mark. Prescott looks like they're going to save their timeout, so I imagine Boonville will just let it go all the way as low as they can. They'll get the ball back with about 5:30 to go.
So Dakota punt. Is this, what, the 3rd time he's punted today?
Going to have 15, Prater. Back to receive, punt is off, and it is up, kicking straight into the wind. Not a bad kick either way. It's going to get it to the 39, 40-yard line. Well, Prescott's going to jog back on the field with their offense. 5:37 to go. They'll have a 1st and 10, and boys, this has been a good game, ball game.
Yeah, it really has.
It's been everything it's been built up to be. You know, we talked early in the game, or in the pregame deal, this is kind of what everybody expected.
Yeah.
Week 1, who they thought was going to be here, and the unanimous pretty much 1 and 2 teams in the state. They flip-flopped here and there a couple times, but it's the guys that we knew would make it.
Yeah.
With 5:37 to go, Boonville holding on to that 10-point lead, trying to bring home that 5th state title.
Got Prater back there in the backfield with Yates. He's going to get the handoff. Now he's going to have a fake reverse. Connor Litz in for the tackle for loss. Ball comes out, but he was on the ground. What a stop there by your sophomore outside linebacker.
Boy, I didn't like that play call. It was slow developing.
Yes, it was.
Nobody
Lentz was
looked ready to roll, and that's a big loss, guys. That's going to be a loss of 6.
Going to have one receiver out to the left, trips over here to the right. You got to have man going to motion. That's number 9. That's goalie. He gets the little sweep, it's a shuffle pass. What it's going to be? Sidesteps. Man, you don't see that much. Breaks another tackle, and Coulter Fisher saves the day there. And you don't see Hunter Warren's tackles get broke much.
No, that was a good little run and carry, and we were just a little away from bringing him down right there, still behind the sticks.
Yeah.
And instead he's able to pick up a large chunk of yards as the clock is ticking at the 4:50 mark now. They're going to have the ball at the 39-yard line.
You're going to have Yates and Proctor back there in the backfield. Yates is the quarterback, and he's going to hand off to Proctor over here on the right-hand side. He's got some room, and he's wrapped up by Hunter Warren.
Just keep ticking.
Yeah,
keep ticking.
4:32 left to go here in the game. Cats are still up 25-15.
We're going to have an injured player, and that is going to be Prater. We're going to have to take an injury timeout.
So we'll take a little break and be right back. You're watching and listening to Bearcat Football. And we're back here at War Memorial Stadium. 4:28 left to go in the game. Number 15, Prater. Right, did I say that right?
Prater.
He was cramping up on the play. Walked off on. They're gonna have trips now to the left. Got a guy going in motion. A little tunnel screen ball. Ooh,
dangerous
that
pass.
could have been intercepted, but not quite anybody in the area. Off the fingertips of 21 White, who's the leading receiver, who had 900 yards coming into today's game. 900 yards receiving.
Little sidearm pass, it looks like, coming out of the hands of the quarterback there, and just unable to connect with him. Throws it out front. Fastball out front, hard to reel in. 3rd and 2.
Harris gets the handoff on the right-hand side, cuts up the middle, but he's met by Big Country.
I think he's right at the yard to gain is going to be the issue. I think they're going to give it to him, and they do. So that's going to be a good stop right there, but just enough for the first down. So Prescott's going to get a fresh set of downs as the clock is now ticking at the 4:12 mark.
Going to have 2 receivers to the left, 1 over here to the right. Yates is your quarterback. Harris is your halfback to the left of him. I believe that's Hubbard in an H-back. Yates looking to throw over here and throws it deep.
Lure out, dangerous.
Intercepted, Chase Washburn.
And he ran out at the 1-yard line. But that's okay. We're going to throw a flag, and we're going to see what it is.
Big Frank putting some pressure on the QB on that play.
We'll see what the call is. It was an interception brought in. If it stands, it'll be the 2nd of the game. And the official calls a hold against Boonville, so it will not stand. That's going to give them a new set of downs with 3:43 to go. The Cats defense going to have to slow them down a little bit here, guys. 25-15. Held on to that receiver a little too long on the outside, and flag's thrown.
Prater comes back in at quarterback. He keeps it right up the middle, but he's popped by Matt Obar.
His helmet comes off. He's going to have to jog off the field for a play here. Clock's going to keep ticking. 3:30 to go now.
I think that's twice now he's had his helmet pop off. Yates is going to come back in at quarterback. Clock is stopped. Once the clock stopped. There it goes. Yates is quarterback, hands off to Harris on the right-hand side. Cats have some pressure on that side. Got a flag.
Got a flag come in late. We'll see what it is. They hit him going sideways, so the clock's would continue to run, but with the flag, it will stop, and we'll see what the call is. And they're pointing toward Boonville like it's going to be a flag against Boonville. I'm not sure what the call.
I don't know, because all the way. He's the back judge back there.
Yeah, I don't know what he saw or who he's calling it on, but it's looking like it's going to be a face mask penalty against Boonville is what the word is.
That, or I wonder if it's hands to the face or something.
Or potentially. We'll see. We'll just have to wait and see here what they. And it's a face mask against Boonville coming in from the back judge. He's going to get the ball placed at the 10-yard line. It's going to be first and goal now. 3:20 to go. It's never easy, is it, Gus?
No, it's not. It's definitely not. Two receivers to the left, one over here to the right. Yates is the quarterback, and going to be handoff to Harris on the right-hand side. And he heads to the end zone, and he's in. Makes it 25-21, and you know they're going to kick onsides here.
Yeah, you know what's coming. You get the ball in your hands here and force them to start burning their timeouts, and a first down can seal this game off. But first and foremost, you've got to get a big stop, or you've got to get the ball back.
Right.
Excuse me. You've got to get the ball back into your hands. You know what's coming.
Number 12 to do the kick and rub it on. Snap, holds good, kick is up. And kick is good. So 25-22. Cats are up 3 points with 3:14 left to go here in the ball game. Cats have 2 timeouts. The Curly Wolves have all 3 of theirs. Before we take a little break, we'll thank some sponsors for the live stream real quick. Tyler Ford, they've been serving the local community for around 30 years. Let Elias and the gang take care of you. Shelter Insurance, agents Gerald Baker, Austin Baker, and Miss Lori Duke. Stop by and let them take care of all your insurance needs. Rockline Industries, people who make it right. Airmaster Inc., for all your air conditioning needs. Don's Easy Pay, stop by and let Mandy and Josh and the gang take care of you. They can get you a mattress, fridge. Stop by, see what they got. Maybe they can make you a pretty good deal. It's Don's Easy Pay. Midtown Charm, some vendors at Midtown Charms. Ty Lee Creations. Artsy Tartsy, indulge yourself. Bend the trend, little by little, and at Andy's. Curious Cow and Heavenly Bliss. Prescott Curley Wolves here to do the kicking. You know we've got an onside kick coming with 3:14 left to go here in the game. Big, big play right here. And he's going to kick it back over here to the left, yeah. And good job. Who was that?
Good.
Dax Goff falls on the ball. Cats are going to get the ball on their own 48-yard line. With 3:14 left to go here in the game. Cats need to go on a drive.
That's where his baseball skills come into play there. He filled that like a ground ball at third base. Okay, so 3:14 to go. The Cats have got the ball with a 3-point lead. Prescott has all 3 timeouts in their pocket. You know they'll be calling them early and often here after every play, trying to get this thing back. The Cats need to pick up at least 1 first down here.
Yeah.
As they've got this thing at midfield.
Matson split out to the right, Nieder to the left. Goff is in at fullback. Lentz is your right halfback. Todd is your left halfback. Washburn under center. Ball is on the right hash. It's going to be handed off to Dax Goff right up the middle. They're going for the ball. Dax picks up about 4 yards there on the carry.
Boy, they were ripping and pulling at that, and Goff does a good job of holding on to it. Going to gain of 4 yards on the play, and they've let this clock keep ticking. They're going to let them run one more play before they call that timeout, it looks like, which is
it's kind of a iffy spot, really. You're at the 2:50 mark. Cats is letting the clock roll.
Yeah, just let's let this thing tick away. You don't want to use one of your own timeouts, but you want to tick this thing down, last second, snap this thing, pick up a few yards, and they're going to have to elect to take the timeout.
So Cats are going to use their own timeout. That's going to leave us with 1 timeout with 2:38 left to go here in the ball game. Cats are ahead 25-22. We'll take a little break. Be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. back here at War Memorial Stadium. Got some kids on the scoreboard there. Looks like that is Jedi Harger. Who is that? It's one of the Joe boys, maybe. There's a whole slew of kids down there they got on the scoreboard. 2nd and 6 here for you Cats. Head off to Daxkoff right up the middle. And Daxkoff gain of really nothing there.
They're continuing to let this clock tick. And I'm not real sure why. I believe I would have called it right there to preserve it, but we'll let it tick away here. It's going to be under the 2-minute mark when the Cats get this play off. A first down here would be massive.
Yes, it would.
And you're going to need 6 yards to get it. It's your best play call of the day, hopefully coming up right here.
3rd and 6 here. 2 minutes left to go in the game. Raising up fullback. It's a pitch over here to Connor Lentz on the left-hand side. Connor Lentz on his feet.
Oh, he got it, boys. I think he got it.
I
think he got it. Bam, big play right there. Big play call for Connor Lentz, and they're going to give it to him. That's going to be a first down. It's funny, guys. You can have all kinds of heroes in a game.
Yes, you can.
And that second effort right there on the legs of Connor Lentz, who's been our 3rd or 4th option
all
year long on the offensive game plan, running game plan, is able to pick up the yards needed there. Biggest carry of his career. And now, just let this thing tick.
Same formation here for the Cats. Hand off to Ryland right up the middle. Ryland picks up about 3 yards on the carry.
And finally, they're going to elect to call a timeout here with 1:24 to go. You still need to pick up one more first down, but now if you can get the one first down, you can run this thing out. But until that moment, boy, this has been a fun one, guys. Nervous wreck. Little 4-yard pickup right there. It's going to be Boonville holding on to a 25-22 lead over the Prescott Curley Wolves with 1:24 to go here in the 4th quarter of the 3A Arkansas State Championship game.
So Connor Lentz, he's going to have over 500 yards with his rushing yards today. He was sitting at 499 coming into the season. But like you said, big play there by your sophomore halfback.
I love the play call. I mean, it's not what we were expecting, that's for sure. And that's the game. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
So did a good job. That second effort, just fighting through that first initial contact, outstretched, just able to get it. If he doesn't get that, that would have forced Boonville into a kind of a, what are we going to do here? 4th and 1, do we go for it or do we choose to punch one of these things down? But either way, they're able to pick it up, and now they've got themselves a 2nd and 6. The main thing here, you got to hold on to the ball.
Yeah.
Defense is going to be scraping and twisting and pulling, doing everything they can. You've got to hold on to the ball, keep it in your offense's hands.
Ray's in at fullback. Dax is your left halfback. We hand off to Ryland on the left-hand side. Ryland, hold on to the ball.
Hold on. There you go. That's perfect. That's a great play call.
3-yard pickup. Going to be 3rd and about 3. Isaac, what do you think so far? You got your headset on over there. What do you think so far of the game?
It's not turned on.
It's not turned on? Are you sure? Boy, howdy.
Like we were saying, man, this has certainly been everything it was built up to being.
Yeah.
A lot of teams around the state, or a lot of people around the state, you know, Glen Rose, that was the state championship last weekend.
You had several
I'm telling you, that was not the mindset of the Boonville coaching staff and these Boonville players. They knew what they were getting into. They knew that Prescott was an athletic, talented team, and all the outside noise didn't get in their heads, and they'd come out here tonight, and it's just been a hard-fought matchup. And now you're 3 yards away from being able to run this thing out.
Yeah, because Curly Wolves,
essentially. So
they got one timeout left, and you know they'll use it if the Cats get this first down here. It's 3rd and 2, so you got 2 yards, 3 yards, like Jake said, to help set up your 5th state championship in school history. This is the 12th appearance in state championship games. I'm sorry, 11th appearance.
Here we go.
Same formation, your typical Bearcat formation. Hand off, a little side step by Rye.
I don't think he got it. I think they're going to set him about a yard short.
Yeah.
And now here's the question. Do you feel confident enough that you can get 1 yard? If you can get 1 yard, the game's over. Or do you elect to punt this thing and pin them back with a minute? And I think, guys, I would sneak it. I'd run that little play that we ran a while ago with Jace, and I would do everything I could
to push.
In that conversation, you know what they're talking about. You are one big play away from bringing home a state championship.
So let me throw this wrinkle in there. Do you fake with Jace, have a guy, you're either tight end or receiver on the left-hand side? If you got everybody piled in, you throw it over the top?
You could, but I wouldn't.
That's kind of iffy. That's what's rolling in my head.
That's the Madden game plan when we're in here, stuff like that. But
yeah,
I've got
get your 2 hosses back there.
I've got everybody in the backfield. They're electing to keep Ray on the sideline for this big play at the end.
Yeah, so you can put Dax at fullback. Todd's going to be your left halfback. Lynch is your right halfback.
Fourth down and 1, and a
very crucial 4th down play here with 1:16 left to go in the ball game.
We'll see what they do. They're either going to sneak this thing or they're going to turn and hand this thing off to Goff. You may see a hard count.
I was going to say, they could have. Cats all missed the opportunity to get a snap off with 12 guys on the field.
All right, here we go. Lining up, 5 seconds on the play clock.
Hand off to Dax Goff, and
I don't know. Boy, it's going to be close. I don't think he got it, guys.
I don't know. If you can squirm just a little under the pile, maybe.
I don't think he got it. That's going to be a turnover on downs with 1:13 to go. Boonville unable to get the yard needed. And we do have an injured Bearcat down on the field.
Yeah, we'll take a little break and bear it back while we take care of the injured Bearcat. You're watching Bearcat football. And back here at War Memorial Stadium, injured Cat is J.J. Redmond, number 67, coming off with some help of your medical staff there. 25-22, 1:13 left to go in the game. Curley Wolves are out of timeouts. Oh, they're measuring.
They're going to measure it. I think it's going to be a little short, guys. Let's see where they give it.
Yeah, he's going to be.
Oh,
that's a first down! That's a first down! Boonville Bearcats have a first down!
We're standing at an angle where it's not super easy to see. It wasn't super easy to see at the slight angle that we're sitting at right here, but from upstairs, it would look like we were maybe just a little bit short.
Yeah.
But with the spot that was given, Boonville has just enough yardage to pick up the first down.
I was going to say, Dylan said the coach is living,
yeah,
which
Prescott's coach, and I understand it. I understand it. He needs to get back to the sideline before he gets a penalty, and really, none of it matters.
Yeah.
I completely understand being upset.
Yeah, because they measured late. That's the thing. And I understand why he's so livid, like you said. Because honestly, me personally, can I be flat out honest with you folks? I don't understand the call measuring after you already made the call. Did they even make a call?
I don't think they made a call. You had the injury.
That's what it was.
You had the injury, so it slowed everything down. And they're going to end up having to throw a flag on him here if he's not careful. And I hate that for him, and I don't want to see that happen.
Right.
This has been a hard-fought matchup, and you hate that it comes down to something like that. But the Cats are able to pick up the first down. We couldn't quite tell with the pile and the injury and everything. I never seen the initial spot of where they were at.
and they're going to have to throw him out, I think, honestly, to get him off the field. I don't, you hate to say that, but he's just going to argue the call. And, I mean, I understand it, like we said. Do what? Oh, yeah. All right, so after all that, Cats went for it on 4th down. Had an injury to a Bearcat player. And during all that, they decided to measure after the Cat come off, Mr. J.J. Redmond. All the Cats have to do is kneel it out with 1:13 left to go here in the game.
And they knee it.
Yeah.
And it's and the big thing here, our center has lost his helmet on a victory formation.
So would that not be illegal? Oh, well, anyway, that's going to bring on Connor Mayo in at center now.
So the clock is going to continue to tick. You need to just clean snaps here. Knee this thing out. Yeah. Slow things down. Take a deep breath.
I was going to say, they was hurrying to the line. I don't know.
We are at 40 seconds on the game clock, 12 seconds on the play clock. And we knee it out, and you're going to have to do it one more time. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not going to have to do it.
Your Boonville Bearcats' 5th state championship. Cats are 2023 Class 3A state champs. Beat the Prescott Curley Wolves 25-22 in a very hard-fought game, guys.
It was, and Boonville come in as the #1 team in the state of Arkansas in the preseason polls, drops below Prescott about week 2.
Yeah.
And kind of stayed in that area for the majority of the season. But after tonight, Bearcats land on top. They're the #1 team in the state, and they are your 3A Arkansas state champions. Boonville is going to take home a 25-22 lead. 25-22 victory and bring home the 5th state championship in school history.
Yeah.
You have the 1986 team,
Thanks,
the
sir.
2000 team, the 2013, the 2018 team, and now the 2023 Boonville Bearcats are state champions.
Let's see.
In a hard-fought matchup.
I'm going to try to go find some final stats real quick, guys.
Some stats here. As you see or you don't see, you will when we get back, when we can post this later. The handshake formation here appears to be all clean and good, which is what you want to see. A close play call at the end of the game on a measured spot goes Boonville's way, and that's going to be enough to help Boonville clinch what they were very much deserving of, and that's the state championship. Congratulations to Coach Crowley and crew. You've got several of them. Coach Crowley, Coach Kimes, Simpson, Hadaball, Harold Ulmer, athletic director, Coach Walker, superintendent, Coach Trent Goff.
He told me I had to wait a minute.
And Boonville is going to find themselves on top.
Got Mr. G.J. George down there on the field.
That will be a game that will be remembered for a long time.
Yes, it will.
Out here. You got to tip your cap to the Prescott Curley Wolves. Certainly a very good team. Came in and played with a lot of intensity. Every time you play Prescott, you know what you're getting into. It's going to be a hard-fought matchup. I think in my experience here, this is my third 20. We win today, 2018 semifinals. We win a 34-31 matchup. 2014 31-14 in the quarterfinals. Boonville traveled to Prescott. I was on the sideline coaching for that game. That was my first year at the school. Won a 1 or 2 score game that day as well.
They're awarding the Brandon Burlesworth Award. They're trying to get the Curly Wolves guys back on the field. Runner-up trophy, yeah. But yeah, like you were saying, Jake, some last several years, the games with the Curly Wolves that they've all been in the playoffs. Very high, intense games for the most part.
Yes, it has.
Number 75, is that who that is? Yes, for the Curly Wolves. He's going to win the Brandon Burlesworth Award for the Curly Wolves. That is Rocco Patrick. Mr. Matt Obar, Brandon Burlesworth Award winner for your Cats. I was talking to my wife on the way over, wondering who they give it to, and I think Big Country. There's no one better to give it to him.
I'm looking at the smile on his brother, Ethan Obar's face. He's a couple of booths down from us, doing the radio with Chuck over on Cool 104.7. They do a good job over there. I'm looking at the smile and the grin on Mr. Obar's face down there, and he's certainly proud. Boonville is proud of Matt Obar. He's been an excellent lineman, and he gets to go out on top.
Yes, he does.
Not many kids get to go out on top, and
no.
He's one of them. Presenting of the trophy to the state runner-up Prescott Curley Wolves. Quality program, well-coached team.
Yes.
And no matter what, you hate to see kids that work hard not get what they worked hard for.
Right.
And I know we're Boonville people, and we're certainly rooting all the way for Boonville, but you have to feel it for the kids on the opposite sideline there. They certainly worked their tails off, and they knew coming into this game that they were going to win it. I mean, they were confident program. And it's just like Boonville. Sorry, Jake, but you got 2 historic programs. Coming in, both of them know they're going to win, and that's the mindset they have, and that's what they've been built. Class 3A, folks. I'm going to present the trophy and the huddle up top as that trophy is hoisted high. Boonville is your 3A Arkansas State champion. A well-deserved win for the program, for the coaching staff, and for the school district and the community itself. It's been an exciting season. The Cats' goal coming into the year was to get back here and get a little redemption.
Yeah.
And they're able to do so. They're going to finish out the season 13-2, sitting on top here at War Memorial in Little Rock, Arkansas. And it's going to be a party here tonight.
Yes, it is.
The Cats will be celebrating.
Take the picture there down on the field. Bearcats 2023 Class 3A state champs. Give you folks some final stats. Thank you for sticking around for the Tyler Ford post-game show. Total stats here. Prescott Curly Wolves had 10 first downs and 220 yards. Total yards of offense, 152 on the ground, 68 through the air. Yeah, MVP. Mr. Dax Goff, MVP of your state game. Rightfully so, 253 yards on 31 carries. 31 yards shy of having 6,000 career rushing yards.
Dax Goff has been one of those once-in-a-lifetime athletes to come through this school program. He is going to be remembered among the greats of Boonville history. And, man, rightfully so. He comes from a good family. And just so excited for Dax and the rest of these kids, man. They have worked so hard. I talked to them all week long, every one of them. And I'll tell you what was interesting about it. they were all nervous.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been confident all year long, and they were still extremely confident, but they were nervous. They
Right.
knew that this was a tall task, and that's another thing we were talking. You know, a lot of people thought that matchup last week was going to be the big one with Glen Rose, but these boys didn't feel that way. They
Right.
knew it was going to be a tough task. They compared them a lot to Charleston.
Yeah.
And Charleston was a hard-fought matchup
It was.
this year. You know, we only won it by just a few points, and so they knew what was coming and able to come out on top. I'm watching down there these coaches,
Yeah.
how excited they are celebrating. That's awesome, man. It couldn't happen to a better group of people. You go in that coaching staff, you can tell, or go in that coach's office and see that staff work. You can tell how hard-working they are and everything that they've done gets you to this moment, celebrating out there at midfield.
Yeah, and we got some highlights going on the scoreboard up there. And what else do you say, guys? I mean, what a season for your Cats. Hunter Warren's your leading tackler with 11 total tackles. Dax had 5. Do what? Are they trying to get Doc?
They're sneaking the water.
Where is Doc at? You got Connor Lance and Lance Sims going after Doc with the water. They're going the long way around.
They may spill it all before they get there. 72 is going to get the bath with them.
Oh, they got him!
Here comes the bath.
Oh, Sam Hicks.
Water
stolen.
and ice.
Yeah.
Coach Curley pumps up the crowd. And man, this has been an exciting one. It's awesome to see. It's awesome to see a bunch of kids that you've known for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, we all have known a lot of these kids since they were little.
Little bitty, watch them grow.
Yeah, and to see them reach their dream here and their goal and everything they're working for, that's the best part of all of it. And not to mention, guys, we're going to come home with championship rings, and that's another big deal for these kids. So
they definitely, after having that sour taste in their mouth coming home, guys, this is the ultimate goal. This is what we're doing, and they're coming home with that ring. Yeah, you got to, all those guys, all those coaches, they put in the work. They put in long hours. People may not realize that. And I know we kind of talked about it. You've talked about it some. Just the hours these guys put in.
Yeah.
You study and film, putting the guys in the right spot. And when we do the coaches show, after practice, they're staying around. Some of the guys are with the coaches, and they're running through stuff, even after practice. And for the coaches, say, hey, we're going to stick around. And kids, all right, we're going to stick around too. We're going to run through some final stuff real quick. You just got to tip your hat to them.
Yes, sir. This is, you go in there in that office. I always, after them home games, I'll drive up there and I'll go in the office, congratulate them. And a lot of times they're in there working.
Yeah.
They're not even.
No.
They're already looking at next week. They're getting film uploaded, breaking it down, and they doing the little things that good coaching staffs do.
Yeah.
And just did an excellent job this season. The tough non-conference matchups that we see throughout the year with Fairview and Harding Academy, there's a reason we do them. We could go. We could have had an opportunity to go 15-0 this year.
Yeah.
We've had a couple teams do that.
Right.
But playing that competition, knowing that it was a tall task early on in the season against opponents that are just bigger, faster, and stronger than you, get you to situations like this where you know how to handle some adversity.
Right.
And Cats certainly were able to handle adversity. I'd like to give a shout out. I'm watching him down there, Rylan Ray's hugging his family down there. That's a kid that deserved every bit of that right there, that victory. He did a lot that you wouldn't wish on anybody with that ACL and that broken leg, and kid goes for over 1,000 yards on the season despite all of that. So
yeah, he put the work in, and for him when he goes out, not to just kind of soul up and pout.
Yeah,
he helped coach the Elliott last year, Warren this year. I mean, that just speaks of his character.
Oh,
it speaks of him.
He's a kid that wants to win.
Yeah.
I mean, and he understands that sometimes winning is not, all colorful and easy. He understood because of all that adversity that he fought through, that, you know, sometimes you got to step up in ways that you didn't necessarily think you were going to have to.
Right.
It wasn't going to be your role. And then, you know, you can fast forward through all that to today, and he gets that opportunity. And he'll get to retire from the game of football as a champion.
Yeah.
And, you know, the whole senior class will. That's something that you don't get thrown your way very often.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
tip the cap to them.
Your senior class of 2024 it was tied for most playoff games. I want to say it was 40.
Yep.
So that's a lot of games. They played a whole 10 extra games total. So they've throughout their career have played a whole extra season. As you got all these classes getting their pictures, I know we want to celebrate and everything, but we're fixing to cut out of here and everything. But what we got, I mean, might as well talk about what we got coming back. You got Warren coming back. You got Lentz coming back. Washburn's coming back. Madsen at receiver. You got Redmond on the line. Hicks on the line. Connor Mayo's going to probably take over at center. Seth Wilson at tight end, as well as Damari Poole. I mean, we got a whole slew of guys coming back that's pretty good. Now, we're going to miss this senior class. I mean, there's something special. And I feel like we say that about every class, but, I mean, you got some dudes in that class right here that's hosting that trophy up down there.
Well, and, you know, you can't replace who you got. You don't want to say you're replacing them, but year in and year out, Boonville's always proved that they can reload it.
Yeah.
So that's the task that's coming up here in the next couple of weeks, but I got a feeling this next week's going to be a little bit of relaxation. Let these guys kind of get their legs up out from under them and celebrate being out, going out on top. And it's exciting day in Bearcat history, one that a lot of people's going to remember. The fans came, they showed out. That was a neat deal. You could hear them rallying around the kids. Game comes down to a close spot there at the end. It really did. From where we were kind of sitting, it's not a crazy angle, but just slightly off.
Yeah.
It looked like he was going to be about half a yard short. Of course, we didn't even get to see where the ball was spotted due to the injury, and you know, we're sitting up here talking, oh man, I think we're going to be a yard short, and then he got to go out. And all said and done, that ball was placed right where we needed it to, and he actually had it by about a half a ball length. So Cats are able to come out on top, land on their feet, and that's going to bring a wrap to the 2023 football season with Boonville taking over as state champions with a 25-22 victory over the Prescott Curley Wolves.
Thank our sponsors real quick before we get out of here, but it's 2 years in a row the Class 3A1 been on top of 3A conference. Sponsors real quick for the app and the website. First Western Bank, that's our exclusive broadcast advisor. 5B Properties and B+ Storage Solutions. See Calvin Bennett for your rental needs. Community National Bank, let Brett Cook and the staff take care of your banking needs. Shelter Insurance, S&W Home Center, the City of Boonville, and Mayor Edgar Baker. Patriot Underground and Taylor Niedert. First Boonville, home of First Boonville students, First Boonville kids, Boonville Family Dental, and Stacy Hobart Photo Art. Sponsors for the live stream, Tyler Ford, part of this Tyler Ford pregame show right now. Shelter Insurance, Rockline Industries, Airmaster Inc., Don's Easy Pay, Midtown Charm, O'Reilly Auto Parts, Pop and Pup Metalwork, Crowley City Service, Shigley Metal Shop LLC, Wiggins Ace Hardware, Doris Davis Tax Office, and Susan's Flowers and Gifts. Fellas, y'all got anything else before we head out of here?
No, I think that's it, man. It's been a successful year. Had a fun one. Had a real fun one doing this with y'all, and glad to go out on top. We're state champs, boys.
We are, aren't we? That's so awesome. Going out on top. We'll see you folks on the court. We'll do a couple games this year. We'll let you know when we do that, and then we'll see you out on the baseball field later on after basketball season. But for right now, we're going to enjoy this football win right here.
That's right.
For Jake Fennell, Isaac Brown, I am Dylan Harden. I am Zach Austin. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the court next football season. Hey, Booneville Bearcats 3A state champs. Remember, everybody, as always,